All right, what's up, everyone? Can you hear me? Sound good? Everything sound good? All right, let's get this going. There we go. Nice. What's up, everyone? How you doing? What's going up, guys? Let me catch up with the chat here. Sam, what's going on, man? Sam Modding. I don't think I've seen you in here before. I don't know. But then again, this is like my second stream in 2 years, so there's a lot of people I haven't seen. Davian West, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you guys in here. Yeah, he says Railroader is really fun to have a ton of cool whistles. That's true, man. I didn't realize, like, I played this game for a while before I ever saw like the 50 bazillion whistles that they have. Like, they have a ton of whistles in game. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I hope they do more mods. I'd like to see more mods in game, as far as like maybe even equipment and stuff like that. Whistles. This game is fun. Yeah, it is. It's a blast, dude. I am like totally hooked on this game. Mrs. Spur, how do I sound? Do I sound okay? Does it sound good? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. There we go. We got the big thumbs up. All right, so we're down in Whittier. This is kind of like our base of operations right now. So far, I've expanded up to Bryson. So we've got Whittier to Bryson right now, and I'm trying to build up some money. I want to buy a few more coal hoppers to take care of the coaling tower up at Bryson, and just basically save some money. I'd like to get some switchers, I think. Davian says, just a tip, buy as many locos as you can in cars, but it's going to get hard when you have multiple AI trains running, so it's going to lead to a little, yeah, I could see that. I could see it totally going to chaos. I think it could be really chaotic in here. All right, let's see, what do we got going on right now? We've got a few cars going to Bryson, and we've got some cars. These are going to Whittier Sawmill, and then we've got a car for Ayla on the bottom there. So I want to figure out exactly how I want to tackle this today. I think what we're going to do is just set the Sawmill cars off and just make that run up to Bryson. Maybe I might do it as a mixed service. I hate doing mixed service trains in game. I don't like do it like, I like to separate them out. I have passenger running and then have freight, but we may do it as mixed today. All right, let's go ahead and grab this bad boy. We don't have any new locomotives. It's still pretty much the default stuff that we have right now. All right, let's grab him. I think we've got everything lined up. So yeah, we'll grab this cut and get it sorted out. Actually, yeah, we'll grab it. I'm trying to formulate a plan in my head how I would do this. All right, so we need to come up here to this switch. Get that guy lined. There we go. We're going to do some kicking. We're going to do all sorts of things. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've actually figured out how to kick, jerk cars by, all that sort of thing. It's way more involved than what I thought it would be, as far as like some of the things that you can do in game, which I like a lot. All right, we'll run this guy up there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll set the sawmill cars over. We won't tackle those right now. We'll get them a bit later. We'll just go up to Bryson. It's kind of late in the day. It's 15:30. It's a little later start than what I usually like to do in game, because we're waiting on the sawmill to unload a bunch of logs. All right, let's take this guy. Let's go reverse. No, we got some handbrakes there. We got to knock off. Let's get that one and get this one here. There we go. Now we should be good to go. All right, pull the reverser back just a little bit. So I think we're good on coal and water. Yeah, I topped it off when we came back from our trip last night. We're still good on coal over here. I got this one is 22 tons, and then we got another full one. Like, I like to keep a reserve just in case. Like to have that spare. Looks good and sounds good. It sounds pretty good. I like hearing that chugging. I love the I love it that it's Steam. I think Steam is so different. Like you can build your whole empire. Nikki says, don't forget to smash the like. Yes, absolutely. Hit that like if you hadn't. It helps a great deal. It really just does. All right, yeah, we're going to set the we'll leave the Ayla car on the main here. We'll set these sawmills over. And then we should be on our way. All right, we'll cut you out. Uncouple, pull them ahead. Let's take them, or I guess reverse since we're running. I wish they had a Y here. That's the only thing about Whittier. I mean, there's a Y up, you know, up the road a little bit. I guess it's not that far, but I wish there was a Y here or something. Catch up here real fast. There we go. All right, swing down. I try to do this like I would in real life. Like, for those who don't know, probably some of you do. I did work for the railroad for a little bit, way back in the day. So it kind of gets, it lets me kind of relive that experience. Of course, I never worked with Steam or anything like that, but I like the switching and stuff. I think switching is really cool. All right, let's get this cut. Let's see, we got 3 sawmills. So what we're going to do is cut that out, cut that one out. We're basically going to bottle the air. I don't want to bust the air. And I think what we'll do now is we're lined over. Yep. Yeah, we're lined over. Okay, so we're good with that. See if we can get our view going here. Forward, full. There you go. We're just going to give him a little kick. Just a little kick over here. Nice. There we go. All right, we'll ride him down a little bit. Like I said, we're just going to leave him on the lead. We'll come back and get him later. I don't usually work the sawmill until like later in the trip, like when I come back for my run. Just make sure these guys clear up. No, I can't see. I was just going to bust the air on it, but I can't see it. Let's just give it a... let's try it this way. Might be able to see it on this side. There we go. All right, handbrake got it. That's good for now. All right, we've got those set down there. Let's get our switch. Hop up here. There we go. All right, let's come on back to a coupling. It's like a puzzle figuring out how to deliver the goods. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always a puzzle trying to figure out what's the best move, like what's the most efficient move, because that's basically what it's all about, is getting it done, you know, efficiently in as little moves as you possibly can, you know, to save yourself a little bit of work. And the thing is, like back in the old days, back during the steam engine days, they did a lot of crazy stuff, man. I've heard guys talk about stories of stuff that they did that's just wild. Like they did a lot of dropping cars, and like I said, jerking them to a spot, dropping them to a spot, like whatever they could do to save time. But then again, like there was upwards of 5 people, so you could do all kind of crazy stuff and it not be a big deal. All right, I think we're good, right? So we've got our Bryson cars here. We've got our Ella. Yeah, I guess we'll go to Bryson, right? I guess we'll go to Bryson. I don't know. I thought about taking the the passenger cut as a mix, but I think probably what we'll do is we'll just send this guy AI and we'll run the passenger train behind him. So we may do that. Let's go over here. Let's grab him. Let's do orders. Road reverse. We'll do 15 out of the siding. I think it's lined up here. Yeah, that's good. Make sure our Y is okay up here. Yeah, Y is good too. So all the way to Bryson. Yeah, this guy's going all the way to Bryson. We'll get Ella on the way back. The Ella or Ayla will be on the southbound trip. So let's go up here and we'll line them in. Yeah, there's so much more to do with this game too. Like I've barely scratched the surface, which is just crazy. All right, that's good there. We'll drop a fusee up here. Drop that there. All right, that's good. All right, let's go back and we'll get our passenger train ready to go. Davian says, "Don't forget the flare to mark the out." Yeah, that's what we just put down. But I've learned, and I've seen a lot of people say in the comments that sometimes the flares won't work, and I've had that happen. I've had one train just blow right by the flare. All right, let's go back to. Let's go right here. This will be good. All right, he's on his way. We'll get him later. We got our log car spotted up here. That. Let's select this guy. Let's go forward. Get the air pumped up there. Oh, we left the air open. Never mind. Let's get that real fast. Come on, I know you want to close. Yeah, just be picky, right? There we go. Yeah, I just wish there was an easy way to turn these guys here. I don't want to go up there to turn the engine. I'd rather just do it right here. Oh, we gotta get to switch. How's he doing on water? 28 to 2.6. Yeah, I think she'll be all right. I think we could go to Bryson with that. I think we absolutely could. We'll just have to get some water and coal up there. Actually, we can't get coal up there. We'll have to get coal here. Hopefully we make a round trip with that. 2.6. I don't know. We may have to top off. Yeah, we may have to top that thing off a little bit. Who do you guys use a caboose? I never take it with me. That thing's a pain. It really is a pain. Like, it's an extra move. It's always an extra move. It's something extra you have to keep up with and set over, and it's just like, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Plus, it's kind of damaged too. It may or may not have been in an accident. All right, let's get this guy up here. There we go. All right. Pretty intuitive how you can fly around and stuff too. I like that. How you can like fly around and then just drop your man wherever you want them. All right, there we go. Just a little bit further. Nice, good to go. All right, let's shift click U. Let's get release that handbrake there. All right, yeah, I think we're good. Let's take it up here. We'll go ahead and give some coal and water. Ironsman says, "What's up, Spur? What's going on, dude? How you doing, man? Kind of a little bit of a late start tonight. We're just doing a little railroad." Let's go up here. Let's get ready to top her off. I'm building my my empire. I'm building my empire. We've got a lot of work to do too, man. We still got a ton of stuff to do. It's just like trying to make some money right now. Davian says, oh, I watch Heist and Kerbo channels and see how they do it. I'd love to play this game. Those two channels I highly recommend watching. Heist is a real trade engineer as well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was never an engineer. I was a conductor back in the day. I was a conductor for a little while. I left the railroad about, let's see, probably about 3 or 4 months before I would have been called to engine service. All right, let's get down here so we can... Oh, I went through it just a little bit. That's all right. We'll back up. Yeah, I watch Kerbo. Kerbo hops on the channel from time to time. He watches and leaves a comment, and I think I've seen a couple of Heist's videos too. I think I have. Get this guy spotted up. This is the only fiddly part of the game right here, is trying to get it spotted up, right? There we go, right there. All right, that'll do. M10M, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good evening, or I guess could be morning, depending on where you're at. It's like it's almost 9 o'clock here in the Texas Panhandle. All right, that's good. She didn't take much water. She didn't take nearly as much water as I thought she would. All right, we'll just top off some coal. If I had coal and there may be some coal up there. I'm not sure. Does the tower come with it already, or is it empty? I'd hate to go up there and need coal and then find out that we didn't have any. And I meant to spawn in some new cars to take up there. We need some up there. Says, I'm good, thanks. This is actually Farmer Dale from the other night. This is just my man. Oh, Farmer, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, that was a blast the other week. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys stopping in and watching. We're doing some railroading. Railroading's kind of near and dear to me a little bit. All right, I think we're topped off and good to go. But we may actually take this one. We don't have much of anything else going on, so we may take this one ourselves. Let's release you. Get her going. M10 says it's 9 here in North Carolina. Oop, we got to go reverse. Never mind, Spur. Reverse. Reverse would be the way to go. There we go. M10, you must be in western North Carolina, right? Davian West says, I wish I could have an RS5T horde as my alarm clock. That's my favorite horde. Man, those things are so loud. Like, they are so crazy loud. Oh, we got to go down here and get the switch. Spurs being a bad railroader. I'm not getting my switches back. There we go. It's like the loudest horn ever in the history of horns. And they're like, when I was actually working the job in the early 2000s, we had a lot of engines that still had those horns on it, and they were so ungodly loud, like on top of your head. Like, you can ask Mrs. Spur can vouch for me. I probably got a little hearing impairment like from those horns. They were so bad. I mean, they sound good, right? Like they're the king of air horns, but they were so incredibly loud, man. We had a lot of SD42s back then that still had the RS5s, and some C30-7s as well too that had them, like the old Seaboard Coastline units that had carried over. Yeah, they were way loud. Says, I think it's more selective hearing. No, it's legitimately, I think I got a little hearing loss. It might be partly selective, but I got like, I think I've got a little hearing loss maybe. All right, let's open her up and go. We don't have that far to go. No, but really he does. Yeah, it's not like it's only like hearing loss from like if there's multiple sounds going on, like it sometimes it's hard for me to pick things out, but when I did railroad, I didn't wear earplugs a lot, so that was, I mean, that's 100% on me. But I mean, if you if wearing earplugs for like 12 hours sucks. Like I would never, that would really suck. Oh, this guy's lined in and siding. I hope he was lined out the other way. We may have to double check that. Where's he at? Is he going? Yeah, he's doing his thing. That's the only thing. Like, I'm a little bit antsy with the AI. There we go. All right, I think we're set. Let's carry on. M10 says, I'm just going to come to pop and I'm going to be going now. Well, I appreciate it, M10. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you watching, man. I hope you have a good rest of your nights. We're just going to try to make a little money. Get some of that paper, right? So we can buy some more stuff. There we go, a little quilling. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature of the game. I like that. I don't like running reverse in the Steam engine. Like, it's not my favorite thing to do, that's for sure. Alright, that should be good about right here. That'll do. Let's see if we're about right. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. All right, let's get this guy. Let's see. We're going to Ayla and Bryson. Copied all. Let's double check, make sure that worked out. Yeah. So many people we got here. No one going to Ayla today, really. Last time I came through there was like a crap ton of people wanting to go to Ayla. Now no one wants to go to Ayla. I guess they all got their trip in. Says buy some more of those locomotives. Yeah, there's several I want to get. I'd like to get some maybe some 060s for like some yard engines. We need some yard engines. Davian says I got to see UP Big Boy in person. What experience. She looked amazing. Oh, I just saw it. A rare former CNW patched UP unit here in the yard. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Only steam engine I've ever seen in real life was the A&WP 290 back in, when was it, 1990 or 91 or something like that. They ran it up the A&WP a few times on CSX, so I got to see it. All right, I think we're good, right? Like, is that everything? We're good. No more waiting. All right, I guess we'll go. Guess we'll blast off. Irisman says, this game looks fun. I may have to try it out. Dude, you won't be disappointed. I guarantee you that. You won't be disappointed. Like, I am so addicted to this game. I have cracked out on it. Like, I've only had it a few days and I've got like 30 hours in it already. Was it CSX you used to work? Yeah, I worked for CSX. I spent about 3 years with CSX as a conductor before I pulled the pin. There was a whole bunch of us that left at one time. Like, it was a mass exodus of people that left, engineers and conductors. All right, number 2 is stop for a switch. So I think what we're going to do, let's click this guy. Let's do orders, road. All right, I think that's good. Man, I have been so bad at like not lining switches back. I've got to get better at that. Like this one, yeah, this one's not lined right either. There we go. All right, let's go see what the number 2's up to up here. Oh yeah, he's up here at Ayla. let's do that. Let's actually let's just teleport up there. Gotta get those switches back, man. I came through here and worked a long distance local earlier. All right, dude, go get out of here. All right, they should go on about their business. All right, let's go back to our guy. Let's see. I'm trying to think how I can catch back up with him now. I guess we'll have to go to the number 1. There we go. Now we got it. Sweet. Let's take her back. He said, yeah, I had a few buddies that were conductors and left. Yeah, you know, I've always said ever since then, I enjoyed the job. I loved the job. The job was great. I hated the lifestyle. The lifestyle sucked, like being gone all the time. And it seemed like we were at a time where we had more trains than we knew what to do with. And I was constantly turning on my wrist day after day after day after day, just constantly turning on my wrist. And the only time you got any time off in a pool job was if you marked off sick, like they didn't have days off like they do now. And then on top of that, like having to deal with all that, then you're having to fight for your money all the time too. Like they're constantly doing things to mess with your money, and it was a headache. Like it was a headache all the time. Kerbo, what's up, dude? How you doing tonight? Says Little Run 8 Steam Edition. Yes, I love the Steam engines. Man, they're a blast, right? Like this game, I was telling them earlier, this game is addictive, right? Like you could vouch for that. I know you could. This game is highly addictive. All right, let's slow her down for just 30 here. Some didn't have an EOT device on either side. Some what? What didn't have an EOT? Kerbo's 125 hours in county, right? Yeah, I'm right at 30. I'm right at 30. I think I'm 29 point something now, so I'm right at 30 hours. This Hi Kerbo, awesome videos, man. Yeah, Kerbo's putting out some great content too. Yeah, definitely check his stuff out. Absolutely. He's got a ton of, man, he's got a ton of Railroader videos. How many have you got now, Kerbo? You got like a whole series. Like I've barely scratched the surface. Maybe it says something I noticed here in UP Tucson yards. They cut cars and leave them on the mainline tracks that go through the yard for days. Sometimes I wondered why. Surprised I hadn't derailed. Yeah, the railroading, like, never say never, right? Sometimes you do some weird stuff on the railroad. All right, we should be coming up to Ayla, actually. It should be just right up here. I think it is. Yeah, okay, there's the road. Yeah, I'm still learning the territory. It's a big part of it, right? What was that, Ms. Spur? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like, it's not a high fidelity simulation of steam engines, right? Like it's pretty basic, and I like that. I know some people were saying, well, you know, they wanted to see like a full-fledged simulation of steam engines and stuff. Like steam engines are incredibly complex, man. They're like so incredibly complex. Let's get up here to it. All right, we should be loading and unloading. Are we doing our thing here? Looks like we're loading now. Anyway, welcome, Guild Wars. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for joining in, man. Hope you're having a good night or morning, where you're at, or wherever you are. I always assume it's nighttime. I always assume everyone's on the same schedule as me, but then every once in a while we'll have someone from like over the ocean that's like completely different time. So I'm doing great, Spur. Thanks. It's bedtime soon, but I saw your live. Well, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, we're doing some late streams on Saturday night. Just kind of getting back in the groove, right? Like, it's been a long time since I've done this. Could you imagine trying to play this solo if you had to actually manage a fire and every? Yeah, I know it would be so. Yeah, I don't think it would be doable. Like a true you would have to have some kind of like AI fireman or something. 27 passenger. Oh, they're all going to Whittier. Okay, well, all right, they won't go to Whittier. We got 24 and 17. Yeah, I'd rather pack these things out, but we'll do what we can do. All right, let's blast off. Do you have to build your own map, or you can just play? No, this is a map. Okay, so they give you a predetermined map, right? Like this is what you get, but you have to unlock sections of the map. Like you can see right here where there's a big blank spot there. Like you'll have to buy that section or open that section up. There's a blank spot here, so you kind of like you work towards a bigger empire. Like we got this whole railroad right here, but I've only got this portion right here that I can actually run. There we go. All right, now let's open her up good. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it's a map. Like I thought you would be able to build in this game too, but you don't. Like you have a predetermined map. You get what you get, but you have to unlock different areas. So if you go over here to milestones, these are all the things that you can unlock as you progress in the game, and you get the money to do it. Like this little Bryson Bridge line to Fontana is $2,000. We can get diesel fueling, which I don't need because we don't have any diesels. I'm sure that switches right for us. So there's tons of things that you can unlock, which is really cool. Like you're building towards a greater goal, right? You can put it in signals. You can. The next one I want to do is track the Silva for $10,000. But I want to have more. I want to have more locomotives and I want to have more locomotives and maybe a few more freight cars to be prepared for that. All right, we got a 30 up here at the bridge. We got to slow down for, so we'll do that. Yeah, there's our 30. Ironsman says a little after 10 here, but I'm a night owl anyway after years in the fire service. Right? Have they been keeping you busy, Ironsman, or are you? Is it pretty quiet? I hope it's quiet for you, dude. Nothing too crazy. Had to buy, Guild Wars had to buy some new headphones. Man, headphones can be expensive. These are the Razors that I got. They're really nice. I like them. They're very comfortable headphones. All right, let's go. Let's open her up. We'll do 35. We might fudge a little bit on the straightaways. They did that in real life in the steam engine days. They'd run like a scalded dog if they could. There was, in the steam engine days, there weren't a lot of rules, and what rules they had were like, it was left to a lot of interpretation too, right? Like last week had to get a new mouse, right? Yeah, I used to go through mice like crazy. I've got this one. I don't even know what this thing is, honestly. Like, I think it's a Logitech, some kind of gaming mouse or something, and it's lasted me longer than any other mouse I've had. Usually, on a mouse, for me, the first thing it goes out is the left click. Like, the left click will go, and then... Sonny, what's up? How you doing? What air part do you prefer? MSA or Scott? And we just had a notification. Who's that that just subscribed? I can't see. I can't make it out. Who is that subscribed? Is it Tachycardic? All right, dude. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. I need to make my text bigger so I can see what's going on. Thanks for joining in. We're just railroading. We're making that money. We gotta make some money. We're running a passenger train. We're trying to get up there fast. I guess there's a freight train ahead of me, AI. I guess I kind of need to figure out what he's doing too, because if he stopped, and you see, there he is right there. We running up on him, right? Like, is he even moving? He's going really slow. Like, we've done caught up with that dude. I'm glad I thought about that because I almost completely forgot. Like, that would have been bad. We would have run into his rear. Yeah, we better slow up. We better slow up some. We better slow up a lot, actually. We're running almost 45. Speed limit is 35, but the steam engine days, you get some leeway. You get some leeway back in the day. Like I said, they did some crazy stuff back then. I worked with some old heads. Like, I work with a lot of old heads that trained from steam engine engineers. So the guys I work with weren't necessarily steam engine crews, but like, I worked with some that hired out in the 60s. And man, they even did some crazy stuff. Like, they did some true railroading, you know. They did real railroading. What I did, I don't really consider railroading. Like, it's way more corporate and way more. There he is. There's his bottom right there. Yep. We done caught up to him. We done caught up with the freight job. He's a little draggy. He's not that big. He's only like 4 or 5 cars. Why is he so draggy? What's going on with you? Yeah, what's about you? Yeah, we did. We should just couple up to him and help give him a push because he's dragging. Like, he's not. Man, I'm glad I thought about that. I squirreled on him for a bit, and we totally caught up with him. We're having to slow up more. Like, he's real draggy. Yeah, he's only got 4 cars. Like, why is he not going any faster than that? You would have noticed him eventually. Dude, I would have too. We would have run all into him. That would have been. I've already had one major accident on here. I had to send a rescue train. It was so bad. Ironson says, I'm off tonight. Thanks. Thank heavens, because it's nuts out there with all this snow. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Well, I'm glad, Ironsmith. If not, Spur Jinx. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't even think. You don't ever ask firemen or police if they're having a quiet night, or emergency, any kind of emergency personnel. You never ask them if they're having a quiet night, because that's like guaranteed to doom them to things happening. So, off topic, do you know if there is any new current emergency games? I know most of them, just wanting to know if there are any new ones coming out. I don't know. I haven't heard of anything, but I don't really like keep up with that stuff too much. I was surprised that Emerge NYC was updated the other day, honestly. Like, I was not expecting that. I was totally not expecting that. I think I know what this dude's malfunction is, actually. Let's take a look at him real quick. Yeah, he's only running 15. Dude, you need to go. Like, why are you being so slow? He's doing 15 the whole way. No wonder we caught up with him. This is coming out in 2024. Yeah, I don't know of any off the top of my head. I've got a few that I play. Pardon me. I got a few that I play. You guys know, if you watch the channel, you know what I play. I don't know of anything new or anything being developed, but there's a lot out there that I haven't. The Q word is a bad word. Yeah, it is, Ironsman. Yeah, it absolutely is. Mrs. Spur sets me straight on that all the time. Now he's going. If we had I set him for 15 going out of the siding, and I never bumped his speed up. That's why he's dragging along. Still pretty cool, you have to admit. Pretty cool effect catching up to him. That's so cool that you can quill the whistle like that. I love that. Quill? Where quilling is basically how you change the pitch of it by the amount of air that you're putting through it. So you kind of, you know, it's not like all or... Well, you heard what I was doing, right? You heard how I was changing pitch? Whoa, we need to stop. We need to stop right here. Stop. I don't want to... No. Stop right here. Like, stop. We don't want to go... We don't want to go inside. Oh, that, yeah, we stopped just short. Now we need to go down the main. I hope. I need to double check something real fast. I need to double check this because did we set? Okay, there's a fusee. I was kind of worried for a second. Like there was a split second. I was like, did I put it on the main or did I put it in the siding? Okay, we're good. We're in business now. All right. So we'll take this guy down to main. We'll run him down to main. Yeah, you're talking about police game or like emergency games. There's like Police Simulator. I've always wanted to play that, and there's a few other ones that I've looked at that I've never played. Bro says he set top speed. No, he wasn't set to top speed. He was set to 15. I set him at 15 coming out of the siding down at Whittier because it just looks wonky to me, like them hauling booty out of there. So I set him to 15, and he never I never changed his speed. So that was my bad, but it was pretty cool catching up with him like that. I'm just glad I thought of that because that would have been bad if we popped around the curve and he's doing 15 and we're like Spurs fudging like 45 on a 35-mile-an-hour railroad. That would have been real bad. Spur would have been run off. We would have had to use our runoff insurance. Redneck Hero. Hello, Spur from fellow conductor from Norfolk Southern. What's up, dude? How you doing? Redneck, welcome, man. And S Conductor. I work with some guys on CSX that had come over from NS. One of my absolute favorite, all-time favorite engineers that I ever worked with. Is such a good guy. He was an ex NS conductor, and then he came over to CSX and he went to engine service. I think we had probably one or two guys that did that. Where, if you don't mind me asking, where are you you don't have to be specific or anything. Just glad to catch you on live. Yeah, it's good to join, dude. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm getting back into streaming. It's been a few years since I've done it. It's been 2 years specifically. Last Saturday night was my first stream in 2 years, so I'm trying to like get back into it and get acclimated and that sort of thing. All right, I think we're good right here, right? Like, can we get out? Come on, let me out. Man, those things are kind of a pain to get out of, steam engines. I'd hate to have to bail off of one of those. That would have sucked. You do it in a little town in Alabama, so you kind of in my neck of the woods when I was railroading then back in the day. Yeah, we kind of share some commonality there a little bit. All right, so we've got a little bit of a bottleneck here because we both got here at the same time. We've got our Bryson cut here that we need to set out. We're not going to work Bryson. Eventually I want to get like an 060 up here to be like the yard engine. So we'll set these Brysons over for someone else to work. That'll be someone else's headache. And then we'll take the Ayla car and then we'll switch them going back south again. So yeah, all right. I think what we'll do is we'll deal with this guy first. Is he ready? All right, he's ready to be picked up, so we could take him back. Is this other guy ready to go? No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Okay, so both of those are ready to go. All right, so we've got a little bit to take back with us. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. How do I want to do the passenger cars? We're going to jerk them by. Totally not legit, right? Like you wouldn't jerk a passenger car by with a bunch of passengers on it, but we're going to jerk them by so we can get on the other end. It's like super easy, right? Super easy. So not 100% legit. You know, back in the steam engine days, never say never, because like I said, there's no telling what they could have done back then, but we're going to jerk them by. So we're going to close you out. We're going to bottle the air too. Another big no-no, but it'll be fine. We'll be all right. Come on, close, dude. Sometimes they're kind of picky. Let's go down here and get this switch. We'll run the engine in on this leg of the Y here. I think that's a Y, right? I think that's part of a Y. And we'll jerk the passenger cars by, and then I don't think it's loaded. It's not loaded. You know, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Now that would totally be legit, right? Like I could see them doing this. Like not letting the people board jerking them by and getting around them, and then letting them board. All right, like once we get situated. So we'll do that. All right, he's reverse. I don't think I had this guy yet though. Let's select him. Right, it's number 1. Right, number 1. All right, we got number 1. Just making sure I'm not controlling the wrong one. No, we got our air. Doggone it. Never mind. Forgot the brakes were set. I didn't realize he'd set the brakes, or we had set the brakes. Come on. There we go. All right, let's let it. All right, now the brakes are released. Now we can bottle it. There we go. Now I think we're set. Now I think we're set. All right. Full independent. Full throttle. And let it go. There we go. That's our speed, 10. I think that's good enough. All right, let's run up here and grab the switch. Man, that thing will go like a scalded dog. Holy cow. Make sure she clears. Throw it. All right, here they come. All right, stop, stop, stop. I love it. I was so stoked when I played this game and realized that you could kick and jerk cars by. Like, that totally made my day. All right, let's apply the handbrake. Come on. There we go. All right, now we're set. Back forward. A little bit more. We'll catch up on it here in a second. All right, let me catch up on this. Started in Savannah. That's cool. Sorry, railroading in Savannah. When I worked down in Waycross, Georgia, there were tons of Savannah crews coming down here, down there. They were like working that triangle from Savannah to Waycross and Jacksonville and back to Savannah. Those guys had a crate. Like, I thought it was bad for us being gone a night at a time usually, but man, they could be gone for days working that triangle. Like, it was insane. All right, let's bring her on back. We kick cars a lot when we can, right? Yeah. My engine numbers are 6709 and 4713. Yeah, let's make this coupling real quick. I'll get back to chat. Sorry, I'm trying to. All right, hop down. There we go. All right, shift click U, and we got handbrake we got to get. All right, that's good. This guy should be good to go. Like, we'll just run him down there, load him up, and send him on his way. All right, back forward. So we'll send him on his way and let him do his passenger thing, and then we'll sort these cars out up here on the freight side of things. All right, there we got our cooling action in. Hopefully we'll have a good load. Money's kind of hard to come by other than the logs. Like, the logs, you can make a lot of money, but all right, let's kill that bill. Don't need all that mess. All right, that should be good here. Let's go check it out. Yeah, we used to we kit cars. We used to drop car. We used to roll cars by, drop cars. I don't know. Are you guys allowed to do that now? Like roll cars by and that sort of thing? We could do it, but like they didn't really care for it too much, right? Like it depended on who caught you like doing that stuff. Like if you got caught by management that was former railroader, they were all about it. But if you got caught by management that wasn't railroaders, and you know that kind of management, they didn't like. No, they didn't like that stuff. All right, so we're going to Ayla and Whittier. All right, we'll let these guys load up. Let me catch up with this. Jason, what's up, dude? Jason says howdy. Hope you're having a good night. It's Saturday night. It's hard to believe it's Saturday night. It doesn't feel like Saturday night for some reason. This person says welcome back. Forgot to get him to connect my microphone. Otherwise, I could read the chat to him and make it easier, right? Gotta take those tier 5 contracts. Yeah, I haven't upgraded any of the tiers yet. I'm still tier 1. Kerbo says I'm off. Have a good one, Spur in chat. Good night, Kerbo. I hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Have a good one, Kerbo. Redneck Hero says sometimes they let you. Okay, so they let y'all drop cars and that sort of thing sometimes. Yeah, I remember like right when I hired out. Right, in fact, I was cubbing. Okay, so I wasn't even a true hire. I was cubbing, and I was cubbing this local, and I guarantee you, the conductor had 30 years of service. The brakeman probably at least 25 years of service, and the engineer probably a good 30 years of service too. So we're talking about 85 years of combined service on these guys. Like they were just riding this local out until they finished up. And we worked the local, and it was a turn. So we went out to this certain point and you turned. Well, our turn was at an industry. We didn't want to go all the way down to the siding to make the turn, right? Like we wanted to turn at the industry, and you could turn at the industry because it's on a downhill grade, and so you could set your cars up. And actually, I need to move my my cam. We're going to move. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We're going to move this over here because I need to fix that. Hopefully, that'd be a little better. So we made the turn at this point, right? And what we're going to do is drop the cars by. We're going to roll them by to get them on the other end of the engine. So we tied them down a main line with a handbrake, took the engine and Spur, knocked the handbrake off, and they start rolling. And lo and behold, I didn't do anything. They said, we're going to drop these cars as a cub. It's probably not a good idea for you to do this. So you just stand here and watch. We'll drop them by. And so anyway, I'm standing there, and up behind me comes the train master. And they're dropping these cars by, right? And he's like, he's like, what are y'all doing? And I said, they're dropping cars by. And he's like, are you supposed to be doing that? And I just like, I didn't know what to say, right? Like, I didn't know what to say. And I need to back up. Prior to that, the train master had caught us working the same local where the engineer was in the bathroom before we left out that morning. So the brakeman got on the engines and like relocated them so we could start doing our switching, because he was just as good of an engineer as anyone else, any engineer. And the train master caught us doing that too. So that was two things that he'd caught us doing. And so we dropped the cars by, and he's like, I tell you what, he said, I want you to go back to them, the crew, the old head crew, right? The ones that had 85 years of experience total. He said, I want you to tell them that they need to give you a good reason to tell me why y'all were dropping those cars and why I shouldn't fire you. And so I went back to the crew and I said, train master so-and-so said, I need to have a good reason for why y'all dropped those cars to tell him next Monday or I'm getting fired. They had all these different things to tell them. Oh, you didn't do anything. And I was like, he doesn't care I wasn't doing anything. Like, in the end, it was a big joke. It was a big joke to them. Like, he got a good laugh out of it. But like, he was a former railroader too, so he knew how it operated, right? Like, he knew what you had to do out there to do the job. But either way, they gave me like a whole list of excuses to give him not to get fired. Redneck says, I pull a lot of Omnia quarry tankers, box cars, you name it. Oh, do you do the oh, what is that stuff called in the white tank cars they use in paper production? I thought they get a lot of that over there in that part of Georgia, right? Like, I thought, maybe I'm wrong, but all right, let's. Oh, you're in Alabama now. Okay. Slurry. Is it slurry? Yeah. It's some what is that stuff? It had a. They used to be in those J.M. Huber or Hubbard tank cars. I don't even know if those things are around anymore. You see them a lot back in the day. All right, let's okay. Marble dust. It's a quarry. I used to interchange a lot with the what was it, the East Alabama Railroad or something like that, where they had the marble quarry down in Sylacauga or whatever. I didn't even think to check these guys were loaded up. I hope they all got their butts on there, because we go and one way or the other we go, and so they either going to be left behind or. No, my ratings aren't going down. We're good. We're good railroad. We're good railroad. We're good railroad. We move the freight and the passengers. We get them over the road. All right, let's put a fusee right here. I think that'll work out. Slurry, marble dust, limestone, and limestone. Oh, you pull. All right, you pull out of silicon. Okay, yeah, we used to interchange with them up at a place called Bemiston. Joe Plain says, Bryson already? What did I miss? Dude, I've been playing this game like crazy. So I unlocked Bryson, I guess it was yesterday. I worked at a paper mill for a while before I hired out as a firefighter. Yeah, I worked a yard job at a paper mill for a good while. That was like one of the better jobs that I held on a railroad. Honestly, like I had to drive 2 hours. It's like a darn near 2 hour commute to and from. So that sucked, but it was a good job. I liked it. And it was kind of like it was on a branch line, so no one messed with you. Like you just went out there and switched the paper mill and did your thing, and no one bothered you. It was pretty nice. Paper mills are stinky. Yeah, they are. That's right. Mrs. Spur got to work the paper mill job with us one night, 12 hours. She got 12 hours of switching the whole night, because really what she wanted to do was have her picture made on the engine. And so we go inside the yard office, and I tell the engineer, I said, we're going to hop up on the engine out there and get her picture on it real fast. And she's like, well, she can't go home. And he's like, she's got to work with us. If she wants that photo, she's got to work with us. And so she sat on the engine for a good 12 hours. Switching that paper, like everything we did, she was up on the engine watching. It was really cool. Nikki, I used to tell people it smells like money to me. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You get used to it after a while. Like it wasn't too bad. And it was a recycling paper plant. So it wasn't like the whole process. Like they put some wood chips into it. They would get wood chips in by truck, but they took a lot of recycled like newspapers and stuff like that. He says, I got my picture though, and it was so fun. Yeah, she got to ride on a local. Our power for the night was a CSX B30-7 and a high hood NS, I think it was a GP38 AC. And we always ran from the NS unit. Like we always ran from the NS unit. It was the better of the two. The CSX units always sucked, right? All right, let's the passenger job is doing its thing. Now we've got the freight job up here. It just arrived. Yeah, let's take him. And let's put him on Manuel. We got some work to do up here. Yeah, I wish we had I want a yard engine up here. Like we need a yard engine up here to work. In fact, I don't even know. Well, we've got empties to go back. Yeah, we do have empties to go back, so we may as well. Let's watch that guy, make sure he's doing his thing. All right, he seems to be okay. Yeah, we do have empties to go back. Redneck says, we help out the Erie from the main train from the quarry. That's right. Yeah, it was, what is it? The East Alabama Railroad or Railway or something like that. I can't remember. We used to, we interchanged up in Talladega is where we interchanged with them. There's a place outside Talladega called Beamiston. Jason said, take out a loan, spend that money. The question is, Jason, is it easy to pay back? Because I don't want to get myself like, what happens if you run out of money? Does all this work just go away? Or like, can I go in receivership or what? Like, what happens? Because I don't want to lose everything that I worked on. Man, I've worked so hard on this. Like I've worked so hard on this. It's like, it's a ton of work. All right, so we got Bryson cars, we got the Ayla car. We could just, yeah, we could jerk these by. I'm gonna jerk them by. Let's see, how could we do it on this track right here? We could jerk them by and go into that one and jerk them down the siding. I think that might be what we're going to do. I love jerking them by in game. Like, that's like my go-to move. Let's see. Rennick says they're bringing up 2 SD40s Monday nights. Nice. I love the SD40s. Were so good, man. They were so good. We like back in early 2000s, you could catch a lot of jobs with SD40s on them, mainline jobs. They were still really, really common. Even C30-7s. I had mainline jobs with C30-7s on when they sucked. They were horrible. Maybe stack the empties in one siding at the yard and you have more drops, take them to their spots and come back and take the empties back to the other yard. Reddick says, yes, they still do it in Beamiston. Yeah. Yeah, Beamiston. Yeah, I remember that job. I remember coming out of Beamiston. I remember coming out of Talladega like 3 in the morning with 110 cars and a GP 38-2. A GP42 and a roadmate, and we left out of Talladega at like 4 miles an hour. Like they sent me up there because the regular local crew, like the dude wouldn't pick up anything. Like Monday through Friday, he wouldn't pick anything up. He would just take the Beamiston cut back to Birmingham, and he would leave all the Talladegas, and then on like Saturday night, he'd mark off sick. And then the extra board guy would have to go up there and clean out Talladega. So there was like cars sitting all over that town, like everywhere. There's cars. So yeah, with the Beamiston cut and the Talladegas, we left out with 110 and basically 5,000 horsepower. We were real draggy. We were real draggy that night. Empties, jerk them by. Passengers, jerk them by. Anything, jerk them by. Yep, that's pretty much my motto, right? We're gonna jerk them by. We're gonna bottle. We're gonna break all the rules. Like, I don't think they had a lot of rules back in the steam engine days. It's like, don't get killed, don't get hurt, and you'll be all right. Don't kill no one, yeah, and you'll be all right. Like, I think that was basically the gist of it. All right, let's see. Let's get this guy. Let's make sure we got everything. Get my view here so I can see. Let's scooch over just a tad. There we go. Now we're good. Now we can peek it. Yeah, we got to scooch over a little bit there. All right, release independent. All right, come on, baby, pull. There we go. I want to get her up to at least 10. There we go. All right, we got it. Let you go. All right, let's hop down to our switch here. Make sure we get the right one. Oh, they're close. They're close. They're really close. Come on, throw. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that was a little tight. That was cutting it a little bit close there. All right, let's hop up. We'll hop up and we'll bust the air on this one since we bottled it. Let him go in the clear here. All right, I think we're good right here. Let's bust the air. There we go. All right, that's one way to stop him. Nice. Did you like that sound effect I added in? Yeah. The psh. All right, I think we're good. Let's come out and we'll get on the other end. Let's gotta go forward. I'm telling you, when I realized you could do all this stuff in this game, that made my day. Like, it so made my day. I was like, oh man, you can do all kinds of cool things in this game. Like, you can do stuff in this game that, like, the real life railroading management would have an absolute heart attack. Like, I think they probably would. Like, they would be like, oh my god, they're actually railroading. Fire them. Fire them now. Run them off. You can't railroad on the railroad. What were you thinking? How dare you actually railroad? There we go. Let's reverse. Uphill slow, downhill fast, tonnage first, safety last, right? Right. Joe Plains, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. I don't know if I've said hello to you or not, but I appreciate it. Pulled 145 cars last week. Yeah, I bailed before the whole PSR thing. I'm glad I did. Precision schedule railroading, where they run like 3-mile long trains now. And our Mrs. Spur was asking me what PSR railroading was. Yeah, I remember us having trains back in the day. Like an 8,000 foot grain train was considered a monster back then. It was 2 put together. I remember us running the empties on that, and they're like, what are we going to do with y'all on the railroad? You're 8,000 feet. Like, we can't put you anywhere. And then I had a few, I remember having some pigs that were like 10 or 11,000 feet, and it basically shut down the entire railroad because there wasn't anywhere for us to go. So, let's see, let me, it says, I play it when I have time. Joe Plain says, good to see y'all. Excited to see your progress in the upcoming episode. Yeah, man, I've had a blast. Like, it is so much fun. It's honestly, it's more fun than what I thought it would be. It really just is. All right, let's look at our cut here. Let's see what we got. Ayla's on the head in, or Rice and Freight. All right, so we got 2 for the freight house. We got to pull it. Team track. Yeah, I think we'll go down here and hit the team track first, and then we'll come in on the... Well, no, that siding goes on further around, actually, right? Like, it goes a little... Nah, it's not that far. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. No, Spur's flying all over the place here. All right, yeah, we'll hit up the team track. We'll pull him, and then we'll go get the freight house, and then we'll bust up out of here. Let's see what our other guy's doing real fast. I bet he's... Yeah, he's in Ayla. Let's get him taken care of real fast. These people gonna be sitting here waiting forever. Like, why are we just sitting here? Did you load up? Are you good? We got a ton for Whittier. 43 and 40. Yeah, that's not bad. I'd go for that. I'd go for that. Let's get that. Let's go down to Whittier. We'll set another easy. We'll get this guy taken care of, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming in Bryson. I don't like running mixed freights. You guys that play this game, do y'all run mixed freights with passenger ops, or do y'all separate them out? I just think passengers and mixed, it's just like, it's kind of a pain. To me, at least for me, like, it just seems like a pain. I don't like doing it. Plus, I like, as you can see, I like jerking cars by and kicking, and this is not, it just doesn't feel quite kosher with a couple of passenger cars on your cut too, right? Like, you're like, I don't know if I should technically be doing this. Like I said, in the early 1900s, there's probably no telling what they did. They probably did all kind of stuff. Redneck says you separate your passenger and your freight. Yeah, early on I ran some mixed freight, right? I ran a few mixed because I just didn't separate it out, but all right, let's get down. Yeah, we'll grab this guy. Southern. Redneck, that's some of your heritage there, dude. Jason said, I ran a mixed train in the beginning with only starter locos. I separated them as soon as I could afford. Yeah, I think it's best operating. Yeah, it's best operating practice is to separate them out. I think you can do more. You can do more with them separated out like that. I just like letting the passenger guy just go do his thing and not have to worry about him. Right? Like you can it's pretty easy to run a passenger job. Is AI, I think. All right, this guy is going to the team track right here. Okay. Let's get down here. Man, that telephone pole is a close clearance big time. Like, that is like super dangerous. Our railroad needs to put a bulletin out for that close clearance. That's really close on that team track. Man, that's tight. That could be bad. You have a bad day with that. All right, what do we have here? Let's see. That's the Ella house. This one's going into the team. So I think what we're going to do is just go over. We'll go over with this guy. We'll kick him over. All right, let's close that guy. Open you up. Take you forward just a little bit. All right, let's catch up. Try to leave myself at least a little bit of room to set that empty back over. Hopefully it'll work out. I think we should be fine. Jason says, I'll let the AI take care of passenger trains. I just move from station to station about every 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I wish... that's one thing. I wish there was a way to better manage the AI while you're doing other things. I don't necessarily need it to do like everything on its own, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work, like keeping up with it and stuff, you know. I just unlocked the coal mine, wondering how much work that is going to be. Yeah, that's another thing, man. It's like at some point it seems like it gets out of the realm of like possibly being able to do this as a single player. I want to open up a multiplayer. So if some of you guys are open to it one night and available, it would probably be in the evening. We may open up a multiplayer session and let some people come in and like run the railroad. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that'd be a blast. All right, let's get this guy's. There we go. All right. Let's release that. We won't lace them. We're just going to kick them back down the main. All right, let's take them ahead. Oh, he's not bled. I thought, yeah, that's another thing. This car has been sitting here for days. I kind of think the brakes need to bleed off after a while on their own, right? Like, don't you guys? Like, you know, I don't know if a freight car. I never really checked, but I don't like. I think it would be more likely that they could kind of bleed off after a while, just sitting there. Jason says there's a mod for AI that makes it stop at stations instead of fusees. I imagine that will come to base game in time. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would help a lot. That would be pretty cool. All right, let's stop this guy here, and we're just going to kick him down. We're going to see if we can easily kick him down to main. That's another thing, like kicking, like a hard coupling damages him. Like I guess if it's like 1% every hard kick, yeah, I guess I could kind of get that maybe, but all right, let's just give it a little kick. Perfect. That's under 4 mile an hour. Surely that won't damage, right? I mean, they're not my cars anyway, so I mean, really, it comes down to it. I don't care. It's someone else's railroad. That's someone else's railroad. If they can fix it, or they can fix it later on. Joe Play says absolutely, yeah, okay. Redneck says my wife used to work with us, but she had to stop out. She was pregnant, so yeah, it's just me. Your wife used to work for the railroad? Oh, that's cool. Joe said, I've unlocked Whittier to Alarka, and that takes a full 6+ real-life hours to work game. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Like, it gets really involved, right? Redneck says his wife is due May of 23. Is that your first kid, Redneck, or you have others? Huh? May 23rd. May 23rd. Okay, May 23rd. Sorry. All right. What are we doing? All right, we got to set this guy back over, right? This is going right here. This is a team track, right? Like, I'm almost positive it is, but I don't want to spot it up and then realize it. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We are good. We're golden. We're going to kick this bad boy down in there, too. We're going to bottle the air. We'll bust it when we... There we go. Hop up here. Over so I can see what I'm doing a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, give me a little kick. Just kiss it. Just kiss. Oh, I didn't line my switch. Doggone it, Spur. Seriously, dude, I didn't line my switch. Handbrake. Handbrake, please, quick. And handbrake ain't doing jack because I got the wrong car selected. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, you know what? Come on back. Come on back. Never mind. The engineer's going to be laughing his ass off at me. He's like, what are you doing? Doggone it. Well, there went my extra move I tried to save. Redneck says this is his first child. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations on that. We've got 3. My life has never been the same since. Our 3 kids, like it is life changing. I mean, really, it absolutely is. Like it completely changes everything. Like you got these little people depending on you. All right, let's take it ahead. Let's do this right this time. Spur, what are you doing? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I tried to kick it back on top of our train for some reason. I don't know why. It's not my greatest moment. We're gonna do it right this time. I need a brakeman. I need a brakeman. It's a lot of work to do, right? On your NS locals, do you get brakemen or are they pretty much all just conductor now? All right, we are aligned in, so we're good on that. All right, let's do this again. We got it cut out. That's all good. Reverse. Full throttle. Go big or go home. Scooch over just a tad so I can see. There we go. All right, let's drop her down in there. I may honestly do the handbrake thing. It's a little easier because I'm trying to spot her up. See, if I had a brakeman in game, like he could be coupling back up to the train. Like that would be awesome. There we go. Perfect. All right. We'll just go ahead and bust it from here then. That's going to be a tight handbrake. That's going to be a tight handbrake. Set the handbrake and then bust your air after. Yeah, that's definitely. All right. So we're good with that. This is our Ela car or Ayla car. Go back to a coupling. We'll grab these other ones. So we've got 2 to set over in the freight house over there. Yeah, let's ease on up here. What's the max speed? You guys know what the max speed is you can couple at? Does it have to be under 4 or it starts damaging it? Is that how it works? Like it kind of seems like anything over 4 like starts to damage equipment, but nice, that'll do. All right, let's get that laced up, and we've got handbrake on you. That's good, and we got the air's bottled somewhere. Where's the air bottled at? It's like it's towards the bottom. That was right here. Yep, we never did lace that, I guess. Oh, that's the one we kicked over. Never mind. That's the one we kicked over. All right, we're good. Everything's solid. Brakes look good. Got our brake test. Let's hop on up here and figure out how we're going to do this. So I guess we'll go south and then back in. I'm at the back end this bad boy right here. Let's get this switch up here while we're at it. All right, that's right. Let's go into freight lead. All right, that one's lined. We're lined up the ladder. We're good on this one, so we should be able to just line ourselves out right there. Actually, no, are we coming down to main? Yeah, we are coming down to main. Never mind. Thought we were in the siding for some reason. All right, let's see what we got. This is, I see that. I seen you, Joe. Yes, this game is geared towards multiplayer and staying busy. Yeah, it really is. Like, you can kind of get by in solo. All right, the other question I have is if you leave cars that need to be picked up for a few days, like, does it hurt you if they sit there and you don't pick them up? Or does it not matter? Like, does that not matter if the car's ready to go and you... Jason says 5 miles, so 5 mile an hour is the max. Yeah, I try to shoot for 4 or under. Redneck says, I have a brakeman. My brakeman did that one time to a guy that was working with me the next day. It was funny. Redneck says 3.4, I believe. All right, so we need to go down. We need to cross this guy. Yeah, we need to cross this guy over here and cross this guy over. Oh. All right, so I think we're good. Let's control T right here. Nice. I love that. Man, that is pretty intuitive how you can just drop your guy wherever you want. Jason says, as far as I'm aware, it only hurts you for the drop at the industry being late. Okay, so you need to deliver the car, but you don't have to. You know, honestly, like, that's kind of true to life. We didn't always just go grab empties when they were ready to go. Like, sometimes we would sit on them for a bit. Like, in real life, we would sit on them for a while, depending on the customer. Like, some customers you didn't dare do that to. Like, they would let you know real fast. You'd find out. But like, a lot of times, like back then, we switched a lot of pulpwood yards, and we did, like, if they had loads ready to go, like even loads, like sometimes we'd sit on them for a day or two. We're like, we're not going to fool, we're not going to fool with that. They can sit. All right, come on back. No, it won't hurt you. Yeah, so I've been kind of like letting empties sit in the game on certain places, like especially if it's multiple cars. I've been letting them all empty. before I grab them, before I make a pull. You know, like you don't have to work that stuff all the time, like every single switch. All right, let's catch up. Nope, come on, let me up. Am I up? Oh, we're riding on the end. Let's get on the other end here. Doggone it, come on. There we go, now we're good. All right, let's go. Bring them on back. Yeah, that's really cool though. That's really cool. I'm definitely like empties. Yeah, I'm not going to pull it every time an empty's ready to go. Like, you know, it depends on like if we're going that direction. If there's another car there, and you just wait for both of them to empty and then pull them. All right, so we've got, I think we've got 1 to pull down here and 2 to spot up, and then we can take this bad boy south. Not a lot going on. I should have streamed my earlier train. I had like 22 cars that came up here earlier. We had a bunch of cars. We had like a legit train. Man, it looks good. Late evening. Look at that. That looks awesome, right? And we're going to be getting back late. Usually my Bryson job's getting back to Whittier like midday. We got a late start today. David says, it'd be cool to have a diamond in this game, have an actual hump yard for interchange. Maybe one day they add something. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if they add other, like I'd love to see Saluda. I think Saluda in Esteem days in this game would be amazing. That I would love that. I would absolutely love to see that. Saluda would be high up on my list. All right, looking good. Come on back. Already easing them down here. See if we can jump off. Nice. All right. I can't remember if he's up against the end or not, to be honest. All right, that'll do. Lacey's up. Get her handbrake. Nice. All right, I think we're good to go. So we've got this one. Okay, that's a Whittier. And then we got 2 more to set back over. So what we're going to do is kick this guy down the lead, and then we'll come back over. We'll kick our two loads in here. Where are we in this game? The Western North, I told you, it's not far from Cherokee, right? Like, this is the Cherokee, North Carolina. In fact, Nantahala is on this map. You can go to Nantahala on this. Yeah, yeah. Mrs. Spur and I have been in that part of North Carolina a few times. Way back in the day. Where would you announce a multiplayer session if you're hosting one? Yeah, stand by on that. I got to come up with some things as far as like how I want to do that and everything, but I'll let you guys know where to go to find the multiplayer info when I decide to do it. All right, let's stop you here. Let's line you back. There we go. Is everything else lined and looking good? All right, like we're not going to get through a switch. Yeah, we're fine with that. All right, so we're going to kick this guy down. We'll kick him down to lead. Close out the air. Come on. There we go. We'll bottle that. And I think everything else is good, right? How far are we from our switch? So we get about a car length. They don't need to be much. We just need to send her on her way just a little bit. Kind of lean out and get it. Yeah, I still can't bust the air from this side, though. You know what? Let's do it on this side. I still can't see it that great, honestly. Like, we can use a handbrake, but there we go. Perfect. All right. Let's do it. That may not be enough. We'll see. Come on, baby. Just a little. I just need just a little bit. Just get in and clear. Just a scoosh. Just a hair. That's going to be it right there. We golden. All right. Bust it. There we go. All right, we'll kick these bad boys down in there. Looks like it's pretty flat, right? Like it's not going uphill. Time for Spur to get on that Discord. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I've said it a million times. I've been the worst Discord host. I haven't, Discord, at least for my Discord, it's one of those deals where it's like, it's either not doing anything for days and then all of a sudden it gets busy and I forget about it and I haven't messed with it in forever. And I haven't like always known exactly what to do with the Discord other than like, of course, multiplayer stuff, that's a given, but like other things to do with Discord too, like I don't know. But yeah, Discord would ideally be the place to go for multiplayer announcements. So all right, that's our Ayla car. Oh, come on, get up, dude. There we go. All right, let's kick these guys. We're going to have to give them a pretty good kick, probably. A pretty decent one. All right, there we go. That should be good right there. Let's go catch up. Let's go catch up on it. Come on, quick. Spur, get on it. Don't get run over, just get on it. Yeah, I can't watch it that way, though. That sucks. I can't see how far I am. Get up on it, Spur. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, now we've got it together. Okay, I just want to be able to watch how close we're getting to the end of the track. To the bumper. Yeah, a little bit of a close clearance here. We'll be all right. Be all right. We don't actually have to be on it. We could just do this. Oh, stop, stop. She's going a little faster than I thought she would be. Did she bump? I don't think so. Not my car, so I don't care. Those belong. Let's see. Who's that? The M&O and the... Oh, there's something NC. I don't know who that other car belongs to. Not my car. So, oh, I got into switch. Doggone it. I was trying to avoid that. Spur failed. I failed. You always like, you don't want to make your engineer have to reverse on a kick, right? Like you want him to stop. There we go. Now we can go back. Hover your mouse and hit yeah, I noticed that. I've noticed that. I was playing around with that earlier. I think you left that tip in a comment, right? I think you had. I was playing around with that earlier. It kind of looks like it's going uphill, but it says it's 0. Yeah, shift plus question mark. There you go. Yeah, it shows you your grade. That's really cool. Cool little feature. All right, let's hop down here. Nice. There we go. All right, we're set. Let's get you laced. This other guy's good to go, right? Like we got air all the way through. Yeah, we're good on that. Forward, and I think we're good to go. Yeah, all these are. We got the Ella car, and then East Whittier. Everything else is going to East Whittier. Yeah. All right. So I think we're good. We'll get her out of the yard, and then we'll send her on her way. We got to get back to our. we'll get back to our passenger train. He's been hanging out down there for a while. Joe says shift plus question mark. Yeah, that's really cool. I know a few people left that comment earlier on a video. I'm trying to manage 3 trains at once right now. I think it's time for a frosty beverage, right? Jason says I need a little stress relief. It's getting stressful out here on the railroad. I need a beverage. Open her up just a little bit. That's right, get stressful on the railroad. I definitely get stressful on this railroad. What's the max amount of people you can have in game on multiplayer? This, I know one of you can absolutely tell me. What's the max amount you could have? 30, 32, really? 30? Well, that's way more than what I thought it would be. I was thinking it was going to be like maybe a dozen, 16, something like that. 30. Wow, that's a lot. Like even 2-man crews, that's 15 trains, so that's pretty cool. I think it would be cool to do a multiplayer session, just run like a good freight train and have like a full 5-man crew. Well, I mean, you don't really need a fireman. Like a fireman would be kind of pointless, but you could have your engineer, head brakeman, rear brakeman, and conductor. I think that would be cool. Fireman would be useless, right? You wouldn't need him. We'd furlough the fireman. We'd get rid of him. You can go from fun to chaos or anywhere in between. This versus I could be the fireman. If you could actually like have a feature where you could like you would be shoveling coal. That's what the fireman did in the steam engine days. He shoveled the coal. He basically shoveled the coal. He fired the engine and kept up with the pressures, that sort of stuff. There we go. Let's get our switch back. We got... That bridge doesn't have a walkway, dude. You might have to shove back to get me. Shove them back and pick me up about 4. Spur doesn't want to have to walk. Be lazy. I'll do a community post. I'll put it out. I don't even think it's open right now to like the public. It's got some members on it, but I think I kind of... Is it really? Is it open to invites? Because... All right, let's get this guy stopped here. All right, I think we're good to go. So we need to go down to Ayla and spot this car. We might have one to pull down there too. We may have one to pull. Let's just send him on his way. Let's just let him do what he do. Max speed forward. All right, he's good to go. Now we need to go get on our passenger train. He's been sitting down there for a hot minute. No, he's not. He's still in Ayla. Really? He never left Ayla? Did I not send him on his way? I guess I didn't. Man, he's been in Ayla for a long time. Oh yeah, I didn't take the... Did I not take the Fusey up? Did I even sit one down in Whittier? I don't know. You gonna go? There you go. Let's go check Whittier. I may not have taken that. I honestly don't know what's going on with my railroad, guys. Like, I have no clue. I have no clue. I think I set the Fusey and I didn't take the other one up. Let's see. Yeah, I did. I set a Fusey. I didn't take the other one up. Great. Nice. Ooh, 52 passengers waiting. Where are they all going? Bryson. We're not going to Bryson, people. We're going to... There's nowhere else to go. Like, we're going south so we can get our coal and water. Yeah, Joe, I'll look at my Discord and get it set back up, and then yeah, I'll put out a link to it. The streams I watched in multiplayer seem to work pretty well if you have a couple of trains running across the map, a couple of locals, a couple of passenger trains, a couple of yard masters. Yeah, I could see that, and a dispatcher. CTC. Oh, in Bryson Station, there's something cool to check out. It's upstairs. Is that the CTC panel? Is that upstairs? Is that Bryson? I take it Bryson's like the division point on the entire railroad. At least I think it's going to be mine. I think it's going to be my division point, like the main area. Man, he's getting it. He's getting it like a scalded dog, right? Is that invite going to work? Miss Spur just linking stuff she don't even know. Like, she don't even know. I asked her, I was like, is that link going to work? And she's like, I don't know. We didn't blow for that crossing. How many cars were out and about in the early 1900s, though? I'm not going to sweat it. Once you unlock the milestone for the signals. I think right now, I'm trying to save up money. We've got, this is the state of the railroad. We're overall 107%. Passenger network 100, freight performance 100, operations safety 88%. We've had a few accidents early on, but we're working on that. Like, we've gotten better. We've gotten better. We've gotten much better. Finance wise, we're at $6,138. We were down to like 800. Like it was really low for a while. So we're getting there. We're slowly but surely getting there. Redneck says, yes, it works. I just did it. Sweet. Okay, well, go to the Discord. I'll see about opening that back up in at least we'll see about doing a multiplayer sometime. I'm not sure when the multiplayer is going to be yet, but we'll see about getting something going. Links seem to work. I think I'm there. Outlaw is me in your Discord, so you know. Okay, cool deal, Redneck. Redneck is outlaw. Who's Smitty?
Oh, thanks.
Davian says, once you buy the CTC signals, you had the option to do manual or AI dispatching, and it looks really cool. Is the AI dispatching, is it decent? Like, they do a good job, or they do just as good in real life, which pretty much sucks, but sorry, I don't want to knock any dispatchers if there's any out there. They do great. They do what they can. We had some good dispatchers, yeah. We did. Well, the best dispatcher we had back in the early 2000s was actually a woman, and she was damn good. She was really good at it. She did really good. And then on the flip side, we had another dispatcher that was kind of new and kind of a know-it-all, and like we had a heavy tonnage freight train, slot freight, going up our steepest grade on the line, and we were going up only like maybe 12 mile an hour, 15 at the most. And she called us up on the radio, and she's like, why is it taking you 2 hours to get between A and B? And I was like, if you knew the railroad, you would know that that's our steepest grade, and we're like 10,000 tons, and we're doing like 12 mile an hour. So she didn't know that stuff, though. She just, all she saw was it's taking us forever to get from A to B. I had one that was mean, always called another one, he got mad. Yeah, we had some good ones, and then we had some younger ones that weren't like, they were kind of like know-it-alls maybe, you know, and it's like, it's my railroad, you know, you're gonna do what I have you do, you know, like there wasn't any input or feedback from the crews, you know. I think we might need a headlight. Is our headlight on? No, it's only doing rear. Why is it only doing rear? You know, I don't even care. We're going to be at Ayla in a minute anyway. Now, I had a dispatcher get mad with me one night because he put us in a hole to meet a train, and we sat there forever, and we may have napped a little bit sitting there, and we never did get a light, and I thought it wasn't nothing for us to go in the hole back then and sit there for like 4 or 5 hours. Like that was nothing. That happened quite a bit. Like we'd meet a fleet of trains and just be one after the other. So he called us up on the radio, and we were on a ballast train, and he's like, "Why haven't y'all left yet?" And I was like, we don't have a light. He's like, "I gave you a light. Do you not have one?" I was like, "Well, we don't have one. I'm not looking at one. You may see one on your board, but I don't have a light here." And he's like, "You mean you've been sitting there for X amount of hours and you didn't call me or whatever?" Like, and I'm like, "You put us in the hole. I figured you would take us out when you're ready for us, like." All right, let's slow this bad boy down. We got to get our Ayla car. I should have gone in the siding. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I should totally put us in the siding to do this. All right, I think this is good right here. All right, let's see what we got to do. So we've got one Ayla car. It's going into house track, and that is right there. Oh, that's all we got. We just need to spot one up. It's not even a pull, right? Okay, so all right, yeah, we need to go over. All right, well, we can ease on down a little bit then. I was thinking we had to pick something up. Oh, when a train is AI control, you can't mess with the headlight. It doesn't look like the headlight. Does it really, like, does it light the ground up? Because it doesn't look like it's doing that much. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot. As far as like lighting up your path. Yeah, I should totally taken this guy down the siding. All right, right here's good. It's cool. You don't have to worry about slack on the pin. You can just, it doesn't matter. Like, I kind of like that. It would make jerking cars by like a lot harder if you had like tension on the pin and you couldn't pull it. You'd have to bump the independent, run that slack in, and then pull it. In single player, like that wouldn't, there's no way. I don't think that would be a thing. All right, let's hop off here. Stop him. All right, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're going to have to finagle a few moves because I did it off the main. I should totally, man, it makes me mad. I should have done it in the siding. We got to zigzag. We got to zig and zag to get over there. It seems like they did some crazy setups as far as like Spurs and Industries back in the steam engine days too. Like nowadays railroading, the new industry construction seems to be a lot more cut and dry. There we go. All right, get to switch. All right, back forward. Let's go on the other side. All right, we'll catch up. How are we doing on 3.5? Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're good. Let me finish making this move. I'll catch up in chat. All right, we'll hop off right here. Yeah, that's good. Line her back. We're going down. That is the right track, right? That's the house. Okay, yeah, that is the house track. We're gonna kick this bad boy in there too. I remember some of the old heads I worked with talking about jerking pulpwood cars into the pulpwood sidings, and like sometimes they ran them off the end. It would derail them or something. They would just put more down in there. All right, are we lined up? Yes, that's lined. That's good. Reverse. And knock you off. Send him on his way. Hopefully we stop before the switch. Yeah, well, multiplayer, like this would be so slick in multiplayer. Have a brakeman riding the car down in there to the spot. Your conductor and your other brakeman could be like getting the train ready to go. Like we're not really saving a lot of time single player doing it this way. I mean, we kind of are a little bit maybe, but man, it would be so slick in multiplayer. Like all the things you do, like shoot, our train, like it could be darn near put back together by the time I got done spotting that up. Did we get up on the switch again? Let's see, is he gonna let us have it? Nope. The clearance, like it's too strict on the clearance. Like I'm not on the points. It shouldn't be a problem. Like it is really finicky on that. All right, let's get that. Redneck says I had one of his mean, always calling. Okay, let's see. From what I saw, it's in the station and there's a chair with a board kind of like the Redneck signaling map layout. It looks like that depending on how much you have unlocked. Yeah, you can do ABS or CTC too, what I saw in the video, which I thought that was pretty cool. When a train is AI controlled, you can't mess with a headlight. The one that was mean tried to tell me how to drive the train. I asked him to please come down and show me as I played dumb, right? Hey, dude, I'll never forget. In Atlanta at Tilford, before they ripped that yard out, there was a place called the Slide, right? And it came off the L&N main and dropped down into the yard. It was really super steep. It was like 3% grade down there. Like you had special instructions to take a train in there. Well, if you came up the coastline side, you could go up the slide and back into the receiving yard. So it's kind of like a Y on the south end of the receiving yard. And so anyway, I was coming in on a local one night. We're both extra board. The engineer and I both were. And we're coming in. We had a decent sized local that we're going to yard. And the mainline yard master told us over radio, said, okay, so-and-so, we're going to take you up the slide, back you back, or take you up the Y and back you into R4 in the receiving yard. And my engineer, without even missing a beat, grabbed up the handset and goes, you mean y'all have a Y there? And there's like silence for like a couple minutes. And the main line came back on. He was like, okay, so and so, just pull straight down R6. He got like, we knew what he was talking about. We totally knew, but we faked him out. Like we acted like we didn't know that there was a Y there in the yard. And he's like, he wasn't even going to bother. Like he didn't even begin to bother. It was hilarious. Sometimes it works, right? Like sometimes you play dumb, they don't want to fool with it, right? Like they don't even want to mess with you, so they give you the easy instructions. We totally knew what he was talking about though, like because we had done it. I had done it plenty of times, but you know, it sucked. You work in Redneck, you know, it sucks. You know, you work 10, 11, you know, you're just about to go dead, and then they want to run you into the yard and do all this like extra stuff. So yeah, we weren't too keen on that. All right, let's hop up. I think we're good. Yeah, let's just take this guy. We'll take him up and out. Yeah, I know that little too. Oh, they were so bad about that. I'm sure they are, right? Like now, it never changes. They would dink you around on the main line all night long on a slot freight that had like work to do in the yard. Like one of our trains used to have to go down to the bowl and we'd pull the tail tracks. Like we would set out in the tail track and then we would pull a tail track and make the train solid. And they would dink you out. They would dink you around on the main line for like until you were almost dead. And then that last hour, they would run you like you were the hottest train on the railroad, so you could get in the yard and do that switching and stuff. And it used to aggravate me so bad how they would do that. Like they would mess around with you all day. you know, and then want you to get in there. It was like, now I'm priority, right? Like, I haven't been priority for 10 hours, but now all of a sudden I'm priority, you know. Maybe you shouldn't have been setting us in the hole for like 3 and 4 hours at a time. They were so bad about that. All right, let me get this coupling real quick. I'll look at chat. All right, these guys laced. Use guys. What do we got? What do we got here? Joe Royd, what's up? Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. I'm just doing a little railroading here, and my train's trying to roll away. Let's put some brakes on there. Evidently, that's downhill. It's downhill right here. I didn't know that in front of Alo was downhill, but I guess it is. Let's check this out real fast. 0.4, that's not bad. That's not bad. 0.4, enough to let you roll a little bit. Yeah, anyway, thanks for joining, dude. I appreciate it. We're doing some railroading, trying to make some money. Just chilling. Let's see. Let me go back through chat here. I know it has 2 settings, on and dim, but the headlight is impacted by graphics settings. Yeah, I can see it's kind of lighting up a little bit. It looks like it's... Let's try it. Headlight dim. It's saying dim, headlight on. There we go. If your graphics are set kind of low, it may not illuminate the ground. That is a known issue getting resolved soon. David says also, if you switch to manual switching, dispatching in the station, it has many buttons and switches. It looks really cool. Yeah, it's the old school CTC panel. Yeah, not the computerized stuff. It's the kind of CTC panel where you have to have little magnets that you stick on there to tell you what trains are where. Thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, there's no display. Mrs. Spur was like, "Nuh-uh." I was like, yeah, for real. They didn't have a way to label you. I've heard of old head dispatchers on my railroad using like Post-it notes and stuff like that. Like seriously, like it's just a board and it's a diagram of the railroad, right? Well, they have indicator lights to show them that there's a train in the block, but it's not digital. It doesn't say who, right? Like you don't know. So yeah, they would label them, or they had time sheets that they, OS sheets that they would do. They'd fill out and all sorts of things. All right, let's bust out of here. Now our passenger job, I think he's still down in Whittier. I think he is. Let's set this guy on road. Let's not get in too much of a hurry though. Let's do 25. Let's go down to Whittier and take care of this guy. Actually, let's control T down there. There we go. Yeah, he's late. He's getting back late. Usually my trains are done. Like they get an early quit by noon. Get this guy. Is he's still, yeah, all right, he's still AI, so we're going to run him down to East Whittier. We're going so he can take on some coal and water. We'll do that. Actually, let's hold him. Let's hold him right here. And let's go up to the other end. All right, it took me back up to the other end. I don't want to do that. I want to go down here. There we go. All right, now we're set. Man, it's the first time I played in the game after like at dark. It's completely different. All right, there we go. We're lined in the siding. We're going to pull them down here because we're going to jerk the passenger cars, the coaches by. We're going to jerk them by into this track right here. Get him set up. Man, he is getting in here like a scalded dog. Look at that. He is running. Slow it up there a little bit. Yeah, let's slow it up in the siding. Okay, he took that switch at like 30 mile an hour. Nice. He's like, we have got to get back and put off, guys. And I think We're going to hold the freight right here for now, just in case he sneaks up on us. Why did you stop? Why did you stop, dude? Just because I slowed him up so much. They need torpedoes in the game. Wouldn't that be cool? Some torpedoes. We need some torpedoes in the game. There's like a warning. Let's hit L. Let's get our lantern going. Does it actually... Oh, yeah, it does light up. That's cool. First time I ever used a lantern, guys. Renix says, that's funny. Let me get down. Oh, I got to scroll it down. There we go. This has always heard the railroads, it was like military in terms of ships and schedules. Yeah. Renix says, I've been doing it for going on 22 years, right? Yeah, I pulled the pin real early. I worked with an old head engineer and he told me, he's like, if you're going to pull the pin, do it sooner than later. Don't get a lot of time invested and then do it. Dave Smith says, 22 years. Congrats, I made it 20 in the military and it was just fed up to stay. Retired in a month. I became eligible. What service you come out of, Jason? You still work at the same place, you're just not military anymore, right? Nice. Air Force, cool. All right, let's select this bad boy. He's on Manuel, right? We got Manuel.
Are there no lanterns in this thing?
Yeah, there's lanterns. See, you can kind of. Can you? Yeah, see him? See my little dude right there?
Oh.
Wouldn't it be cool? You could do hand signals. That's the next level thing I'm looking for in like train simulation, especially games like this. Do hand signals. Can you imagine doing car counts and all that stuff? That would be way cool. Yeah, it's not actually in his hand. Close enough though. Close enough. It's levitating. All right, this guy. Let's go back to our dude here. And I don't know how I'm going to do all this with a lantern in my head. I mean, they're asking for a lot. All right, let's bottle the air. There you go. Get this one over here. There you go. You're doing Spur's favorite thing again, jerking cars by. It's amazing. All right, let's set forward. Pull. I think we're lined right. I hope we are. We'll find out shortly. Alright, let's uncouple you. Try to catch up if we can. There we go. We're lined right on the first one. I hope we're not lined into the cab track because that's going to suck, but... There we go. There we go. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up. Quick. Quick. I need to get up. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Now we're golden. All right. This is how my cab got in such bad shape. It's like 10% condition right now because I jerked cars into this track and I didn't stop them in time. Apply. I may not stop them in time this time. They may be a little bit of a bump. There we go. We're good. All right. We did it. All right. Let's send this guy back the other way. I'll let him go a little bit too far, but he's fine. All right. So the coaches are put away for the night. Let's get this guy lined back out. It's crazy how much work is in this game. Like, it's a lot of work. I couldn't even imagine having the full railroad and unlocked. Like, there's no way. There's no way you could do all that. What time is it? It's 7. It's late for Spur in game, man. My chat's not wanting to scroll anymore. What is up with that? I'll post some pictures of my engines on Discord if that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely, dude. You can do that. I think there's maybe a channel specifically for that, like Mrs. Spur said. Maybe. Yeah, David says, I have heard of it. I've watched 1 or 2 gameplay videos of it, I think. 1 or 2. It seems pretty cool. I haven't seen enough about it to really like fully understand what all is involved with that game. All right, let's stop this guy short for a second. Nice. Let's go to our overhead so we can see what we're doing. Gotta get some waters. She's thirsty. All right, let's just ease up there, just a scooch. Get that hatch open up. There we go. I can't hardly see it, man. All right, that should do it right there. There we go. Nice. David says, in Derail Valley, you can place the lantern on cars and use them as lights when you ride. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see like what they add to this game. You know, I mean, it's just now released, so hopefully they've got a lot more stuff they want to do as far as the game. Yeah, this just literally just released not that long ago. Like what, right before Christmas, maybe?
Oh, what's the brand new thing?
Yeah, it's a brand spanking new. Yeah.
I thought you were late to the game.
No, I'm not. Usually I am late to the game. Miss Spur's like, I thought you were late to the game. I'm like, usually I am, but not this time. I do enjoy Derail Valley. It's pretty fun. Lonely World though. Why is Derail Valley so lonely? Like what's just nothing going on in the world? You will fill us up. There we go. Top us off. Very nice pics of your local. I didn't even know I had pics on in there. What pics did I have? Oh, the cute. Yeah, okay, that picture. Yeah, I remember that now. That's right. Yeah, we were running the it was a intermodal train we used to run that was it was a BNSF job, and it ran down to Jacksonville from Birmingham. They brought it from the West Coast to Birmingham, and then we would take it to Jacksonville. And that picture was made with the engineer that I was telling you about that had come from NS. He was a conductor in NS, and then he came to CSX and went to engine service. My all-time favorite, like such a good guy, a good engineer. I love working with him. And he made that picture. He was actually a photographer too, and a really good photographer. And so we stopped at our only tunnel. He wanted to make that picture, and it was one of those days where it's like nothing was going on with the railroad that day. Like it was ours. Like we even stopped at McDonald's and ate because nothing was going on. And yeah, he made that picture. That's at a place called Waldo, and the creek was Talladega Creek. Pretty cool location. You see people gold panning in that creek all the time. I don't know if they ever got anything or what. Let's put that guy there. Now we got our freight job coming back. He should be up. Yep, he's up here waiting. Nice. I do enjoy Derail Valley. It's pretty fun. Lonely World. It's just you, yourself, and your train. So there's nothing else going on in Derail Valley. Like, that's it. Renex says, very nice. Joe Plains, Derail Valley development roadmap looks very promising. Is Derail Valley, just from like what little brief impression I have of that game, is it more like European flavored? Does it seem like it was more European railroading than US? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't really seen a whole lot about that game, to be honest. All right, let's get this guy. We'll yard him. Select manual. Mrs. Spur says, my favorite engines were the chassis system. I remember that. Yeah, she liked the chassis engines. In fact, when I worked for the railroad, there was one chassis engine left, one chassis GP40. And I almost caught it. I almost caught that engine, and she was so stoked. And then something happened, and it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. But I remember that. All right, let's take this guy. All right, and that helps if I knock the air off. I don't know what to think about railroading in game after dark, man. All right, I'll give you guys one guess. How we going to yard our train? Leave me a comment. Say in the chat, how we going to yard the train? One guess how we're going to yard it. Y'all got to get this. Jason said, yes, I'm a fan of the B&O, C&O history and SAL, SCL, L&N. Yeah, those are my railroading. I always said I railroaded about 20 or 30 years too late. It was way different in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s. Like to me, that was true railroading back then when they had cabs and 5-man crews and everything. I couldn't even imagine, you know, when I hired, it's like they just threw you to the wolves. Like they gave you the bare minimum of training, and like I was not a railroader. I was never a railroader. I didn't know anything about it. Like even when I left, I didn't know anything about it. Also, explosive cars do explode and your trains can derail and damage. Thankfully, you can re-rail them. Wow, there's exploding cars in the game. Yes, dark eye strain. Yeah, it is really dark. It's really dark. I don't like switching it after dark in game. More Euro style, yes, is Davian. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was kind of, and that's fine. Like I don't have a problem with European railroading whatsoever. Like I mean, it's not that. It's not that at all. I like the US style. But I mean, I might take a look at it and see. I need to look at it while the Steam sale stops tomorrow, so I need to take a peek at it. All right, so we're going to do, yeah. Mrs. Spur says jerk them. Yes, we're going to jerk the cars by. That's Spur's favorite. It's like my go-to move in game, right? Is jerking the cars by. You're not railroading unless you jerk them by. All right, we good? Let's get... Oh, I uncoupled it. Doggone it. I didn't mean to do that. Well, that's going to be a pain now. At least I bottled the air, so. All right, let's come back. Grab it. Come on. There we go. All right, since it's bottled, we don't have to lace them, so that'll be all right. All right, let's try it. Let's try it from this side. Yeah, this works out way better. All right, that's good. Let's go, baby. You gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get a little separation here. Just a little bit. Just a little separation. Just a little separation. Just a tad. All right, let's throw you. Well, make sure she's in the clear before we break. And there they go. Nice. Let's catch up. There we go. Can I bust the air from here? Yeah, I can. Nice. Wait, hang on. Let me get these spotted up. We'll discuss jerking them, okay? All right. We're keeping it as family friendly. It's not what you think, all right? Like, it's okay. It's okay. There we go. Cars delivered. Got our cars delivered. Let's get this back. Flitz says, good morning, evening, folks. Hope you're doing well. Just join and see your favorite thing is jerking them. So I desperately need some context here. In railroading, That little move, I don't know if you caught that little move I just did, where like you pull the cars and then you separate them and you run the engine in the clear and then you throw the switch and you let the car. It's called jerking them by. It's just a move to get cars on the other end of your locomotive without like having to run around it and do a whole bunch of extra stuff. So that's what we did. We jerked them by. It's fun. Like it's a lot of fun in game. I was really impressed that you could do that in game, honestly. All right, are we lined out? Yeah, I think we're lined out. Make sure that one's good. Hope all is well, friends. Netflixing with Mrs. Stalker. Y'all take care. Dropping 4 like. Appreciate it, Stalker, dude. Enjoy your Netflix. Enjoy your Netflixing. Hope you have a good night. I appreciate you stopping in. Davian, I remember as a kid seeing one of the newest Amtrak Genesis units in the Phase 3 paint. I got a few videos on my page of rail fanning clips I caught. I remember going with a friend when I was a teenager up to Anniston, Alabama, and we caught the Southern Crescent, like one of the first trips that it had a Genesis unit on it. And so that was pretty cool. I remember that. But it says, yo, Stalker, I hope you are doing fantastic. I know, Stalker. Stalker's my bud. We gotta do some more Ready or Not. We're the worst cops ever. Stalker's the one I've done the Ready or Not vids with, like... It's always hilarious. This trouble. Yes, it is trouble. Have to take those perps down and plant those drugs, right? There, let's pull this guy out. We gotta water and feed him. Have to water it properly. Water and feed our engine. Take care of him. Let's see, can we cross over without killing ourselves? Maybe. Kinda. A little bit there. I need to study up on the class lights. I know, like, what, green is a second section or something like that. There's so many. I can't remember. I've read it before, but I can't remember what they were. Renix said, you live in Bama? I used to many years ago. I've lived in Texas for a long time and Oklahoma for a long time too. So it's been quite a few years since I've lived in Alabama. I live out in the boonies of the Texas Panhandle, like way out in the middle of nowhere. Like our closest Walmart is like an hour away. That's like our closest civilization. But I do have gigabyte up and gigabyte down internet, so I've got better internet here in the boonies than I did in like really populated areas. Joe says white is extra. Okay, so white would be an extra. Green would be the second section. Okay. And then red would be the end of train. Like, is that a marker for end of train? On the front of the steam locos, they have them also. Yeah, I saw that. That'd be really cool too. I hope eventually you could put flags up too. Like, I've seen pictures of Seaboard Coastline trains from like the 70s running flags. Texas, the juniper mountain cedar season would tear me up. Man, I was very allergic to that stuff. I had really bad allergies in Alabama. Like, they kind of bother me a little bit every once in a while here in Texas. Like, if we get a lot of rain and stuff blooms in the spring. But for the most part, it doesn't bother me nearly as bad as it did back in Alabama. In Alabama, it was horrible. All right, we need to spot this guy up, and I need to get this in daytime so we can see what we're doing. I can't railroad in the dark. I'm not going to do it. Like... I can't see. Like, we're getting some coal there. Time for bedtime, steamers. Davian, good night, man. I appreciate you watching tonight. I hope you have a good night. Hopefully you enjoy my antics on the railroad here. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I can run Fred or flags. My kids have real bad allergies when we head inland towards Alabama, Georgia. Hay fever type allergies, right? Yeah, I think pecan. You know how pecan tassels do? It turns everything, and especially like pines. The pine trees are the worst. I think that's what got me. We don't have, like, where I live, I couldn't tell you a single pecan tree here in town anywhere, so it could be part of it. All right, this guy is good. We've still got the cars to spot and pull, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to sleep and run this guy to daytime. We're going to finish this up here at the sawmill, and then we'll probably call it a night. We'll do a little bit more, and then we'll call it a night. It's been a busy day. We've got a good bit done. I haven't made as much money as I'd liked. Those logs are where it's at, man. If you can run log trains like constantly, you can get a lot of cha-ching out of that. I think earlier on, yeah, I got $2,000 for a log run. All right, let's change our time. Let's go to 6 a.m. I can't do it at night. Like, after dark, it's so dark. I can't see what's going on. All right, is this guy good to go? And you guys can't see either, too. Like, that kind of sucks. These guys are all going to... Yeah, we're going to drop these in this track here, and this other track it looks like it's good to go. Yeah, they're all good to go. So we'll drop those in the one, and we'll pull the other track. That should be lined in. Get this one lined in there. All right, yeah, we're good.
Oh.
Oh, you're still with us. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I'm trying to rush you off. I thought you're... Yes, it is time to go. Yeah, the steam engines have to go. Yeah, they have to go to bed. You still toughing it out with us. All right, sweet.
Like, oh, no, I'm
Good. I'm glad, dude. I love that. I get stoked when people enjoy that much. They can put up with me. Right. Miss Spur says, tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah. Got to give me a hard time. Wonder if our interchange ran yet. All right, so I've seen people say they regret getting the track to Silva. Is it just because, like, do you need to have enough engines before you do that? Is that what the problem is? Like, they didn't have enough engines and so they regretted getting it? Because I really want the track to Silva, but I want a couple more engines before I get that. I feel like I need at least... Sorry, burping. At least two more. At least two more. Redneck's still here. Redneck's toughing it out. We got some switching to do. We're not done with our... Sorry to say 12-hour shift, but Spur's not doing 12 hours again.
like, this is Spur. It's not doing 12 hours, Spur.
I love this kind of railroading, the armchair railroading. There's an uphill grade from Dillsboro to Silva. I believe most regret it due to the additional runtime on the main line. Personally, I would kind of like it too, honestly. Like, I already figured out my ops. Like, dude, slow down. Slow is kind of steep down in here. A little bit of a grade. Oh, no. Stop. L&N, nice. I love it they got the old predecessor, like they used actual real-life reporting marks. I think that's cool. Yeah, that's steep down there. You could drop some cars down in there. Nice. Just let them coast down in there. 10 p.m. here in Tucson. Yes, it's 11 here in Texas now. Love to see IC on those cars. Yeah, IC. I was a big IC fan back in the day. IC and ICG, I love those. I love the orange and the white. I thought that was really cool. I remember as a kid, like, so my earliest memories of railroading, those used to catch my eye. Let's give us a little room, because of course we gotta jerk them down in there. We gotta do some more jerking. All right, let's get our switch. Actually, no, let's not get our switch. We need to run our engine that way, and we'll jerk them down into that track. So, okay, that's our plan. That's my plan. I'm sticking with it. I don't think we need our lantern anymore. All right, everything's bottled and good to go, and that's, yeah, I think we're good. Reverse, full. Let's get situated so I can see. Yeah, we got a little room, not a lot. We got a little bit of room. All right, let's hop down. This is gonna be tight. This actually might be kind of close. I don't even want to look. Let's just throw it. Oh, did we get it? No, we didn't get it. Brakes, 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 brakes. That was really close. Yep. All right, plan B. That didn't work. That was too tight. I think if we go all the way to the bumper, we might be able to do it, though. We should totally be able to do that. Yes, we didn't get any separation. I guess I could do them slower. A little slower. They might roll down in there at like a few miles an hour. All right, let's knock that handbrake off. Let's try it again. Let's get on the bottom. We'll ride it down. All right, all the way to the bumper. Our locos in the U.S. predominantly diesel hogs or electric. All diesel. They have electric locomotives in Northeast Corridor for passenger trains on Amtrak, but I don't know of any other electric locomotives in the United States like other than that. Yeah, it's all diesel here. Big diesel, 4,000 horsepower. 4,000 or more, 44, 45. I remember I used to catch the AC 6000s a lot back in the day when I was working. It was crazy. They ran those things like on piggybacks all the time in the early 2000s. I always used to think it was so odd. They ran those big 6,000 horsepower locomotives on piggyback trains. All right, we're still lined. We're good with that. You got this. Yes, we got it. We're going to do it. We're just going to modify this a little bit. Let's get up here. Oh, come on. Spur can't even get on the front of the engine. Seriously. All right, let's scooch over here so we can see. It's still pretty dang close, but... All right, let's go like so. Let's do that. We're just not going to run them up as fast, I think. Like, we're going to have to... That should be good right there. All right, go. Get like a scalded dog, please. Go. There we go. Now we're getting our separation. All right. All right, let's swing down. There we go. Now, okay, that was better. Yeah, we couldn't get so fast with it. Let's ride him down in there. There we go. Oh, get up there. Why does he fall off like that? Get up. Hang on, dude. Hang on. Why is he not? Get on there. Stick. He keeps falling off. Why are you falling off, my man? Like, he won't stay on it. Man, he is so finicky. All right, we need, like, you got to roll more than this, bro. We got to go. Come on, don't make me shove these to a spot. That's going to suck. Watch the chat here while we do this. Come on, don't stop. Go. They're not going to make it. Yeah, they're totally not going to make it down in there. The question is, do we at least clear the switch so I can come out and get behind them? Yeah, oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Come on, go. They may go. Who wants to put money down? Are they going to make it or not? They're still going. Look at there. Main Central car. What else we got here? Grand Trunk Western, Louisville, Nashville. Man, those were the days, right? All those different railroads. Come on, go. Really, like, we got to pull the other ones too, so it's not that big of a deal if we have to go down in there. We got to go either way. We got to go either way. I'm just trying to save myself a move. Yeah, they're totally not going to do it. We're going to have to spot those up. Doggone it. Damn, a lot more than I thought after mid-2000s. Diesels become occasional sight here. Electric WAP-7s are the main workhorses for our railways passenger ops. That ladder coated in WD-40, I think it was. Yeah, they just totally stopped right there. They sure did. Well, it showed it. Did they actually? Yeah, they did. I got credit for it. You know what? We're going to go with that. That's okay. They unloaded them. It's all right. We'll go pull those empties and then we'll be set. We'll pull the empties and we'll be set. It don't matter. They got unloaded. I made my money. I got paid, so that's fine. All hail the roller bearings, right? Yeah, they just barely squeaked by down in there. We had that happen in real life one night. Working a local in a big industrial park, and we got the bright idea that we're going to drop a car by the engine, you know, so we could get around on the other side of it, and the car stalled right on top of the switch, and so we were trapped. Our engine was trapped in the industry. We wound up finding a piece of old rotten piece of a cross tie, and we managed to pull the car in the clear, which is just like amazing that it's like it didn't disintegrate into a million pieces when we pushed against it. But we pulled it. We pulled the car in the clear enough to where we could come out and then get behind it. But yeah, it was exactly the same situation. Like as soon as we knocked the handbrake off and saw it start rolling, we're like, I don't know. This may not work out, right? This may not work. Whenever you want to take a train ride with me, just let me know. I'll be glad to give you one. That's cool. That's cool. It's been a minute. It's been I haven't been on a train in like almost 20 years. Actually, yeah, almost it'd be 20 years this July. Yeah. 20 years this July. July, August, somewhere in there. Late summer. Late summer is when I left. All right, let's get this guy down there. 2004, yes, summer 2000, late summer 2004. Ms. Spur's doubting my memory. It was late summer 2004, beyond a shadow of a doubt. All right, let's get this guy coupled up. Either way, it's been a really, really super long time. All right, knock his handbrake off. Take this guy forward. No, it was not April. Ms. Spur saying it was there. I quit in April. I did not leave in April. I left the paper mill yard job at the end of March, 1st of April, and then I rolled to a conductor position on a local in Atlanta, and I worked that for a few weeks because I couldn't move off of it. And then after that, I wound up going back to the freight pool on the main line, and I did that for a few months, and then I left the railroad. So that's how that went down. The SC70 ACE T4 that UP has is a really cool locomotive. It looks like the front of an SC90 MAC, SC70 ACU cross mix with, dude, those are like engines, like those are like completely foreign to me because they weren't, we were still getting brand new AC 4400s when I quit. I remember getting an AC 4400 that smelled like fresh paint inside. Like it was brand spanking new. And it was actually the very first dark future locomotive that I ever saw for CSX. The very first one that I saw in purpose. I don't even think I knew they were doing that. I can't remember if I knew they were repainting or what, but I remember being surprised that we had that, and it smelled like fresh paint, like it was brand spanking new out of the factory. All right, this guy is good right here. We'll reverse. There we go. All right, that's good. That says you guys often had rail fanning happen on your freight cars. What do you mean by rail fan? Like hobos, like you see? Back when I worked for the railroad, hoboing wasn't nearly as like, you didn't see YouTube hoboers, and I can't talk now. YouTube hoboers and stuff like that back then. That wasn't a thing. It's like hoboing now has become like really mainstream. Like you see people with like good lives and good situations that go hobo on the weekend because they want a cheap thrill. Most everyone that I ran into hoboing in the early 2000s were either legitimately like down on their luck, but a lot of them either had bad drug addictions or mental illness. Like a lot of people that were like had mental illness that I ran across. Come on out of there. I know you want to. Redneck said I had a few years ago in verse. What was the show or YouTube channel we watched where the guy went on these extra? I can't remember. Yeah, he did, but it was a general travel channel. Like he would get these like $20,000 tickets on airline flights and like go in first class and like fly all. And he did one episode where he did a train. It was like a $20,000 or $30,000 ticket. It was like stupid expensive. He took his girlfriend with us. Him and his girlfriend went on a trip. Like they went across. Let's see. They went across France. I don't remember anything in Japan. The one I saw, they went across Europe to like Italy. Redneck asked, Spur, did you ever have a long train to where you had to have the DPU in the middle? So no, we had zero DPU ability back then. Redneck, like DPU wasn't even a blip on their radar back then. No DPU whatsoever. They would, if we had said something about running DPU on our train, like other railroads were doing it. You saw a lot of DPU back then, like in the Powder River Basin and stuff like that, but on the Western railroads. But if we had said, like, let's run DPU on our railroad, they would have laughed. They would have changed a lot, right? It changed a whole lot. That whole operating philosophy, like night and day. It's like night and day. Oh, we got more cars to set, and we're gonna have to do like I can't jerk them. We can't jerk our cars, guys. Like we got. I guess we could jerk them in that other track, but I really. Yeah. We're gonna have to do it legit this time. Doggone it, they're making me have to work. Management would love this. Don't you dare railroad. Don't you dare actually like railroad on the railroad. And I remember we used to think CSX was pretty strict back in the day, right? But they like, from what I heard from the guys I knew who worked for NS, they said that paled in comparison to the NS. They paled in comparison to how strict they were. Says right, I was talking before you left. Yeah, DPU, yeah, we never. Like I said, our big trains. Even a 7,000 foot train back then was considered pretty big. Like we had a lot of sidings that you couldn't put us. We still had sidings on my railroad that were 4,000 feet long. Like you know, multiple 4,000 feet sidings. You know, one siding is 3,600 feet, and then, you know, and then we had some 10,000 foot sidings, that sort of thing. But all right, we're going to bring this guy. I guess we'll just leave him right here. We'll leave him here in the clear. We'll cut him off in the clear here. Yeah, I specifically remember having that 8,000 foot grain train and like everyone being like, what are they going to do with y'all? Like, it's either going to be a great trip because everyone's going to go in the hole for you, or you're going to go in the hole in the one siding that you will fit and then sit there the rest of the day. All right, let's get out of here. Did they... Okay, that's our interchange right here, actually. They picked up our overcut. Yeah, that's our interchange. Man, that sawmill takes a lot of cars. Holy cow. It's like constant. We'll get this guy out of here. On this switch. Myself only ran 2 of those. You only ran 2 trains with DPU? Y'all don't use a lot of DPU on your railroad? Flint says, my dad once hitched a ride on the back of a freighter when he was 15 for fun for 3 hours, and he'd say when he gave the reason for coming home late, he took a couple of slippers and cried, "Guys, shoe to the face." No. He got smacked upside the head with some shoes. I bet he never did it again though, right? Like, did he learn? Just through here, very little, but we still, yeah. Yeah, that now on my old railroad, nowadays they run DPU on there like crazy. Like everything is DPU, but back in the day, not so much. What was that, Miss Spur? All right. Slippers to the face. Yeah, I bet he didn't make that mistake again. I remember the first time I got switched by my dad. I still remember that to this day. To this day, I remember that like no tomorrow. When you grow up in the South, switches are in abundance. There's a lot of kids nowadays that probably don't have a clue. They don't have a clue what that is. Right, yeah, he made me go get my own switch. Yeah, I didn't know. I was completely ignorant. I had no clue. All right, let's see what else we got. So we got some more sawmill work to do. I keep thinking we're going to have to swap this. Doggone it, I meant to order some coal to take to Bryson, and I've yet to do that. We need some coal up there. Does your coaling tower come with coal in it up there, or do you have to fill it? That's my problem. I don't want to run up there expecting, like, counting on it having coal and then it be empty and then I'm screwed, right? Like, I'd have to send a rescue train up there. $38 tons of coal. Okay, yeah, nice. So we got a little bit to get by. Yeah, on these engines, that's like plenty. That's plenty. Yeah, I like having like here I like keeping two hoppers. I keep one on the spot and then an extra one. That way when that one empties, I'll send it and then have the other one. Really, what we need to do before I end this up is do a log run so we make some money on this trip, on this day. We haven't made that much money. We've made Oops, finance. We started out at 6,400, like 6,500. So we made $1,000, like 1,000. But it says, did do it again, but there are never failed to be a crafty glint in his eyes. Whenever we stopped at railroad crossings for freighters to pass by, the flame may have gone, but the spark was always there. Oh man. So is your dad a rail fan, Flit? Does he like it? Sounds like he does. Oh, let's stop right here. Let's get this crossover back. I had a teenager foul the switch and I hit the ground with the train. Uh-oh. You hit the ground, put it in emergency? Is that what happened? Or is it you're saying did they put something in the switch to like foul it? I'm kind of confused on that. Spur is smooth brain, right? Like all right, yeah, let's make a log run real fast. That's some good money. That's like really good money. We'll make our log run and then call it a day. The logs are just it's just too much money. Like it's too much money to pass up. I think they did that so you have an easy way to generate some cash in game starting out. So I was kind of thinking on my operations, like basing a local in Bryson, basing one in Whittier, and having like what I want to do is have like a run through train from Silva to Bryson, and it sets off the cars for the locals and stuff like that. And then I don't know if it'll just be yard jobs or if it'd be like a combination yard job local or something like that. I haven't quite like fleshed out in my mind how I want to do it, but it seems like there's like a ton of potential as far as like how you can run your ops. They cut the lock and oh, they threw the switch. Really? They went through the trouble of cutting the lock and then threw it? Wow. All our vandals were lazy. They never they never went through a lot of trouble. It was too late even after applied emergency brake, so you went on the ground. Okay, they threw the switch on you and then you went on the ground. Okay. Big time rail fan and Av geek. He witnessed the revolution of our railways transitioning from predominantly steam powered fleet to an electric fleet. The rise and fall of the diesels. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Especially the steam. I love steam. Steam is just like mesmerizing to watch. I'm really glad this game is steam. Like Run 8, I get my diesel fix. Like more modern operations, that sort of thing. This one is like perfect for steam. There, get this guy out of here and we'll just shove. We'll just make a reverse move to the logs. All right, reverse. All right, we're going to AI this guy. Orders, road, reverse. 25. Let's go up here and line ourselves around the Y. All right, we'll do that. He should be good to go all the way down in there. We're going to loader number 2. Way down in here. All right, that should be good. I'm going to assume it is. I'm almost positive it's fine. All right, we'll let him do his thing. I want to go to Bryson and see that CTC panel that y'all mentioned. Go check it out. Of course, we have in-cab cameras now and had them for a while. Yeah, we didn't have to deal with anything like that when I worked. Thank God. Didn't have it. Barely had like data, downloadable data too. Like it didn't do the whole thing where it emailed like it sent an email if you did something wrong, right? I don't know if it literally does that, but it seemed like from what I heard, but like not all locomotives had data recorders, and even then, like they only looked at data recorders. They only looked if they had a reason to. In other words, they didn't like. I don't remember them spot checking that kind of thing. Oh, he says it's an empty room until you complete the milestone, so there's nothing up there. How do you go in? Like, can you open these doors, or you just go in, huh? Yeah, so far nothing down here. That door you can't even, yeah, you just flat out can't go in there. That's pretty cool though. There's a way around the cams and the panel. How do you get upstairs? Like, do you not get the stairs until later? Am I missing something? Is there something else, or is that it? Yeah, I guess you just don't get anything. Cool yard though. I love this yard here. Man, this is awesome. Like it really just is. It's absolutely awesome. All right, let's go back. All right, yeah, our log train. He's on his way. On the back of the station, there's a door with DS above it. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, now that's cool. Okay, so it would be up here. Look at the clock too. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's like one of the station in our old terminal. It was almost exactly like this, except it was brick. But it had a freight house combination station, and then it had another building next to it that was the old CTC, the dispatcher's building before they moved it to Jacksonville. Then it had a bridge that went between them from the second floor to the second floor. It was pretty neat. Pretty neat. I think they tore all that down now. I don't even think that stuff exists anymore. All right, let's go back to Whittier. I noticed now CSX has to relay the defect detector message to dispatch. That must be a new thing now, because you didn't have to do that back. You mean they have to call them on the radio and tell them that there's no defects, or? Like how do they relay it? Like they have to tell the dispatcher that they didn't have a defect? Yeah, that's where the panel will appear. That's cool. I can't wait to check that out. All right, let's see. What else are we going to do while we wait on that log job? I guess we could come out and grab those other cars. Do that. Let's select this guy. Let's back her on out of there. Behind the station, there's a door upstairs. Yeah, I just saw that. That's really cool. Ooh, flag. I wonder what that was about. I guess I should take a loan. I really want some new power. I've really been considering 060s for yard engines for now. I think those like have one in each yard. All right, let's take her on ahead there. Yeah, we'll grab these cars. We'll spot them up. Hopefully the log job will be done by then. He's what, about halfway now. He'll be down there shortly. Because I think all of these are going to the sawmill, right? Whittier sawmill. That switch. Mrs. Spur is back. Welcome back. Go for the loan. I went 40K. 40K. Wow. 40K loan. Man. Are you still paying on it? Can you pay it back pretty quick? Man, I bet you went on all kind of a shopping spree when you got 40K, right? All right, let's release that handbrake. Let's release this one. Let's bust the air. There we go. And we'll bleed them all. Don't need no air. Bleed this one. Is that one still got a handbrake on it? No, it doesn't. It's good. Hollyfield. Okay, that's in Whittier. We'll just leave him. We'll leave him for now. Put a handbrake on him. Make a cut. Hang on, let me catch up on chat. I'm really thinking some 060s. I'd like some like I said, some yard engines to something is not bled. There we go. Something to keep in the yard. Like I think an 060 would be kind of nice here. I mean, I would like the why are you not going, dude? Go. Like it's still got air on it. Where is that air at? This one? Oh yeah, that one didn't bleed either. Come on, bleed. There we go. Go for a loan. I went 40K. They have the old EMD GP9 and switcher. Those seem like really in game to me, so I think I'm gonna hold off on those as long as I can. I really like the Steam. The Steam is so different. I think I will try to stick with Steam as long as I can. I'd love a Berkshire. Like Berkshire to me is the in game. I think that would be really cool to have. They have to relay the whole message back from the video. I saw the conductor said defect detector message back to the dispatcher. Which loco are you going to buy first? Yeah, I think 060s. I think I'm going to get a couple of 060s. They're cheap. They're something I can keep in the yards. I can use them to piddle around in the yards and do this kind of switching like while the other ones do the mainline stuff. Then they can be like a break in case of emergency, you know, if something happens. Oh, let's go back. There we go. So we got 3 more to spot up in the sawmill. All right, we'll just drop these in the other track. So that's not bad. I bought Silva to Dillsboro yard expansions and the C46 and some pulpwood cars to serve paperboard tedder. I heard somewhere in another video, someone's video I was watching, pulpwood's like a good way to make money, right? Like that's a pretty good cash cow. You can bring in some money with that. Yeah, that's a pretty good shopping spree. You got a lot of stuff, man. I see 40K. I was just worried until you told me earlier. I was worried that I would go bankrupt and then it'd be game over and then I'd be screwed. Like I'd have to start over. Not as good as logs, but quite profitable. The 060 gives me motion sickness. Does it wallow? Does it wallow down the tracks like in real life? That's cool if it does. I would love that if it did. It needs to, like, to be true to life, it needs to. That's why it was a switch engine, right? Like, can you imagine getting out on a main line for 100 miles with that thing? Just going back and forth. Looked like the stream was stuttering there for a minute. Ms. Spur, how's it doing? Does it look all right to you? It's fine. Weird. Yeah, no stutters. It looked a bit stuttery from my end. From my aspect, it looked a bit a wee tad stuttery on my side. Guess it's all right. Let's see. I bet our log jobs made it down here. Yep, they have. We're about to go babysit them in a second here. Let's go all the way to the end so we can do some jerking. We gotta jerk these guys by. All right, folks, we'll have to run for registration for an Air Force entrance exam. Wishing you folks a great stream and night ahead. Appreciate it, Flit. I hope you have a good night, dude. Oh shoot, we're gonna bump that bumper. I wasn't paying attention. Ouch! Not my cars. I don't care. As long as it didn't damage the engine, yeah, it's fine. All right, let's go babysit the other guy real fast. Not my cars. We'll send them back to home road and let them fix it. Like, it's not my problem. You're good on my end. Okay, yeah, it just I don't know, on my other screen here it looked like it was kind of stuttery. Dude, back up. Orders, manual. Back it up. Come on, all the way. That's like, this is a tight spot right here. Come on. Is this one? Oh, we're controlling one. Shoot. Stop. Stop. We're controlling one, not two. Uh-oh. I don't know what one's going to be doing down there in the yard now. That's not good. One just went wide open for a split second. I hope he's all right. No issues with stream for me though when I switched to mobile device from computer. Running 5 to 10 seconds behind the browser now. Yeah, I noticed on mine it seems like it's further behind for some reason. I don't know why. I've tried to keep it the most instantaneous delay I can so I can talk to you guys, but refresh it, it might fix it, maybe. Miss Spur's good at giving that help desk. Refresh it, and if that doesn't work, turn it off, then back on. Right. All right, this guy's good. Let's we got to go see what number one's been doing since I've been like, that may not be good. All right, wait an hour. There we go. We loaded up, man. They load those logs fast, super fast. Forward. Let's do 25. All right, be on your way. Make me some money. Let's get down here. Let's we're gonna stop them on the north end of Whittier. We'll have them hold right here for a second. QZ. Now, what's one been doing? Have we derailed everything since I was messing around? Yeah, no, it's okay. All right, okay. Had me sweating for a minute there. I was like, oh, shoot. We done tore up the world. All right, forward. That's... Have you tried restarting it? Yes. Help desk. That's your typical help desk response, right?
That's what I was.
Don't even bother going on the Microsoft forum. Like, that's what they're going to tell you. They give you some like the most ridiculous. All right, let's hop down here. So we're going to jerk these guys by into the spots once again. Are we lined in? Yes, we are. We're good. So last time I think I cut them off at about 5. So I think they need to be a little bit more than 5, but like less than 10. We can't be doing 10 or we're not going to make it because it's pretty, that's a pretty tight. Yeah, that's pretty tight. All right. Oh, I just fell off too. That sucks. No, get back up there, dude. No, get up there. Yeah, I just cut it. When in doubt, pull the pin. When in doubt, pull the pin. Oh, that's close. Yep, that's close. Come on. Quick. Sweet. That's cutting it close, man. I'd be, if that was real life, I'd been sweating bullets like no damn tomorrows. Working with some of those old heads, they'd put you in that situation. Like, throw it quick. Do 7.5. Good middle of the road, right? I don't know what we were doing. I think we were doing more than that. I think we were doing close to 10 when I pulled it, but kept falling off the engine. They need a footboard on the front of that thing. Like, it doesn't have a good footboard. Just a little bit further, just about right. There we go. Apply the handbrake. Nice. Nice. Cha-ching. I heard that money. All right, we'll get our log job in here and we'll be set for the day. We'll be set for the day. We'll be set and we'll call it. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a blast. I have like really enjoyed my return to streaming. And it's because of you guys. Like, absolutely. It's been way better than I ever thought it could have been. Like, it's been an absolute blast. Yeah, when it's not home road cars, who cares, right? Like, he says it'll be fine. It's not your car's element. You're right. Yeah, it's not home road. It's someone else's problem. Run them till the wheels fall off and then send them home. Come on, like, as a railroader, your railroad does that to other companies' engines, right? Like, they totally do. They totally do. We used to swap engines with the BNSF in Birmingham, and like, they got the short end of the stick. The BNSF engines were always really nice and clean and had damn good water on them too. I love the water on those things. But like, they would get CSX engines in run through service, and I know they suck. Like, they would be nasty. They'd have piss in the floor. They would just be really ragged out and bad. And I never forget one time I was on a piggyback train. We got a BNSF. It had BNSF engines out of their yard, and someone had left a bottle of piss in the refrigerator, like, I guess as a little like memento that they didn't care for our engines, so they left that. Thanks for streaming. I've been having a blast. I appreciate it, Joe. I really do, man. I'm glad you guys are entertained. It blows my mind, like, the whole YouTube thing. When I started this, I never expected much of anything from it. And like, I'm hitting at almost 7,500 subs and, people watching live streams, and it blows my, like, it's really, like, at least for me, like, sometimes it's hard to wrap my mind around. It's like, really? Like, it's odd. Like, it's an odd thing. All right, I think we're gonna stop this guy right here. Yeah, that's good right here. All right, where's our log cars? They should be here. No, there he is, coming around the corner. Nice. Spur said, "Ew." Yeah, someone left pee in the fridge on the BNSF locomotive for us. Yeah, they sure did. I think that was probably in protest to the crap rusted out engines that we were sending them in return. Probably, I would imagine. I had gotten one engine and the knuckle was broke on both ends. I was like, what the hell has this never seen that before? Was it a foreign road engine or was it one of your, like, who did that? Did someone send that to you? Did someone send it to you that way? I've never heard of it having a broke knuckle on each end, but I've heard of them having like no knuckles. Like you have to steal a knuckle off the end of the train to have a knuckle. Let's select this bad boy. Select them, orders, manual, clear you outs. Yeah, we'll spot these guys up. We'll be good. Get on up in there. Appreciate the stream as well. I appreciate it, Redneck. Like I said, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed. All right, we're good to go all the way. So yeah, we'll spot this guy up, we'll tie him down, and we'll call it, and then it'll be set for some passenger ops next time. Yes, they sent it to me. Whose locomotive was it that sent it to you with 2 broke knuckles? Yeah, I've never seen that either. I've never run into that. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't at all. It doesn't surprise me one bit. But the CSX locomotives were always so ragged. Like they were so bad and ragged. I remember getting wide cabs, like dash 8s, wide cab dash 8s in the bathroom down in the nose. Like the floor would just be full of piss. Like just so bad. Yeah, hey, that reminds me, Redneck. Oh, in it, do y'all still have the buckets, or did they do away with the buckets? You know what I'm talking about? You know the buckets I'm talking about, right? The poop buckets. They had the poop buckets, right? Like, man, that dude is not wanting to stop with the independent. That is for show. Nasty, right? Just poop in the bucket and bag it up, right? And that wasn't that the NS thing? Isn't that what they did? I'm almost positive it was way back in the day. I want to say the GP38AC we had, it had a poop bucket on it, maybe. This is, yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? Yeah, they used to do it in buckets. Used to poop in the poop bucket. Of course, pee off the side, right? You haven't seen one in a minute, right? Of course, pee off the side. I heard a story in Alabama, somewhere outside of Sylacauga. What's the big bridge down there between the Columbus to Birmingham line? This happened back in the 80s or early 90s. This was told to me by an ex-NS engineer. He said that some guys, one of them pooped in the poop bucket and bagged it up and threw it off the locomotive as they went over that bridge, and it landed in a boat. Someone had a boat down below in whatever lake that was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the boat was a game warden boat. It landed in a game warden boat, and supposedly the NS got like a huge fine out of that, like because their crew threw the poop off the locomotive going over the bridge. It was a really tall bridge down there or something. There was something to that. And he wasn't trying to hit the boat. Like, he didn't even know the boat was down there. Like, he just literally just threw it off as they were going over the bridge, and it landed in the boat. I think that's how the story went. I remember him telling me about that. Yeah, what's the luck of like scoring a direct hit on a boat down below and it being a game warden? All right, let's get these guys spotted up. I don't think you have to be all the way to the end. Good enough. Good enough. My brakeman thought it'd be a good idea to put a big old Halloween spider in the door hatch of the engine door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And no Febreze either. Yikes, David. Yeah. Those were the days. The days of the poop bucket on the NS. All right, let's cut this guy off. Let's get a handbrake. It's not done unloading. It's just now, like, it's going to be a while, and I can't really advance the time. Yeah, it's going to be a minute before they get unloaded. Unfortunately, I wish I get paid. I mean, I delivered them. I should get paid right off the bat. It shouldn't matter. It paid on delivery for those, but this one it does. I don't think it does. I don't think I got paid. Whittier Sawmill 159. Yeah, it should be way more than that for those 8 cars. Redneck says, yeah, I remember hearing about that, but I can't remember the bridge myself at the moment. Yeah, it was somewhere down around Sylacauga, down that way. Though it was on the Columbus and Birmingham line where that happened. Logs pay out at midnight. Oh, okay, midnight. Really? They don't pay here? Game midnight, Mrs. Spur, not our midnight. No. Game midnight. You got in trouble for this spotter? The next guy called y'all in for that? Really? That's lame. Come on, railroaders have pretty good sense of humor. Like, at least all the guys I work with, they wouldn't, like, I don't, there may have been 1 or 2 that might have been torqued. Huh? Maybe 1 or 2 that would have been torqued by that, but, like, yeah, I don't think, they wouldn't pimp you out like that. Like, they wouldn't. We'll park this bad boy up here behind number 1. We'll be good to go for the next day. We got number 1 and number 2. Nice. Didn't wreck number 1. What are you talking about? Oh, that was actually, yeah, that was number 1. Yeah, number 1. Yeah, he was fine. He just pulled ahead a little bit. Sweet. All right, let's tie him down. Apply the handbrake. Apply the handbrake. Yeah, I think next video we're going to go on a buying spree. I'll do the loans, and I think we're going to have to do some multiplayer, like, to really make some money off of this. So if you guys are interested, he was new to the NS crew. The guy that pimped y'all out, the one that told on y'all. Yeah. He was new to the NS crew. I remember we had a guy work with us at the paper mill one night. He tried to rat us out on a whole bunch of things that we weren't doing right. Like, he was calling to our attention everything that we were not doing right or correctly, and we're like, this is a different railroad up here, dude. Like, this is a paper mill railroad. This isn't like the, you know, this isn't like the railroad that you know. This is the cool railroad up here, the one where we do all the, like, when I worked, you couldn't get on and off moving equipment like that. That was still against the rules. Like, now it's okay, but back then it wasn't, but everyone still did it. Everyone did it. Everyone got off on and off moving equipment. I was like, one of the first things I did was getting on and off moving equipment. So yeah, you couldn't do that. And like, he was upset that we were dragging cars with the handbrakes on, but it was at a paper mill. Like, we're doing all kinds of switching and stuff. We didn't knock all the handbrakes on and off, you know. You just drug those things. You just drug them where you needed them, you know. Like, it wasn't like you're dragging them 100 miles. You're only dragging them a few hundred feet. It wasn't going to hurt them. It'd be all right. You know, that kind of stuff, you know, like the little nitpicky stuff. All right. I'm down for some multiplayer if it's not on a day I have to work. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll organize something. I'll get the Discord. I guess it's kind of good to go now. Like, it works. It does what it's supposed to. Get it organized and do some announcements. We'll come up with a night. And we'll do a little multiplayer. Weekends are good for me. We could do it on a weeknight, but Spur has to go to bed early. Like, I can't stay up late on weeknight. But yeah, we'll see about setting something up. We'll get a few people on here. I'll get some more locomotives, so we'll have some power to do some other things. Maybe we can get some. I was thinking, like, have a passenger train, have a through freight setting off at the yards and picking up, and then have some yard jobs out working locals, that sort of thing. I think that'd be cool. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Be sure to hit that like before you go. If you've been watching, you forgot to like, hit the like, because it helps out immensely. It helps out a lot. Joe Roy says, bye, everyone. Bye, Joe Roy. I appreciate you watching, dude. Spending your evening with us. You work Monday through Friday. Yeah, I think... yeah, maybe a Saturday night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come up with something. Joe's Plains Night. Thanks again for the stream. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it, bud. Thanks for watching, dude. I really do. Glad you guys enjoyed. We'll do a little outro music for us here, maybe. Little outro music. All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next time. I hope y'all have a great night, and we'll see you in Monday's video. Peace.